big time
That's the
hit,
game.
and that's going to be a walk-off RBI single. Swung on, chopper to third. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's over the head of the center fielder, and it's a home run.
Oh,
a
my
three-run
goodness.
homer.
Welcome to the KVB pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the battle for Pulaski County is on as the Winamac Warriors host their heated cross-county rival, the West Central Trojans. This is Indiana High School baseball. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play on the diamond, our sports analyst, it's Kevin Hannon. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. We welcome you to Warrior Baseball Field in Winamac, Indiana, 46996. We are back for more, set to continue the new era of KVB Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Well, as we get ready for our 12th broadcast of the 2026 spring sports season, we have talked with both head coaches of the West Central Trojans, David Allen, and the Winamac Warriors, Mark Hendricks, on the Saturday Sports Line, of course. When we look at the away team in today's contest, West Central started their season way back on April 6th. Doesn't seem that long ago. They fell to Caston that night on the road, 19 runs to 6. They then beat Frontier 6-2. Then the next night fell to them 5-2. They then beat Attica 7-6, then South Newton twice 16-0, then 12-2. They beat Tri-County 16-6, then again 6-5. They fell to Knox on the road 13 runs to 10. Then they beat North Newton in back-to-back games 10-2 and then 7-5. They fell to North Miami on the 14th. They fell to North Miami 11-10, then beat North White twice 23-0, then 18-1. They beat Culver Community 23-2 on the 14th. That was on the 14th of May, and then they fell to Rensselaer Central 11-5. They then beat Faith Christian twice 19-0 and 8-0 as the Trojans come into this matchup at 13-5 on the year, and they are the Midwest Conference champions, going 11-1 in MWC play. When it comes to hitting, Connor Huber leads the Trojans with a .493 batting average up to this point, and then right behind him is Izzy Williams. He's hitting right at a .431, and then rounding out the top three is Hayden Jones, averaging a .431 at the plate. As a whole, this team has a .358 batting average with an on-base percentage of .472. They have 190 hits on the season, 204 runs, and 142 runs batted in. Then we look at the pitching for the Trojans. They have used 5 different arms through the 110.1 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 4. They have allowed 109 hits, 90 runs, and have struck out their opponents 184 times. With us tonight, breaking things down on the diamond, we are honored to have longtime former area baseball head coach Kevin Hannon on the call. Welcome back, Coach. Your thoughts on the Trojans?
Thanks. Obviously, until you read that off, I haven't seen West Central much over the last few years, and I do know Coach Allen from years back, and he's done a good job of building up that program. It's good to see that they're at the point that they're winning conference championships, and they played a pretty good schedule.
Yeah, they did, and then they're probably more excited about this game tonight. You know, you go up against your cross-county rival, similar to North Judson and Knox. They want this game tonight, you can tell, just by talking with him earlier, getting ready for the pregame. While it's not a conference matchup, it darn near is treated as such.
Exactly, and the one thing that always comes into play this year, and I ran into it at Knox, I ran into it everywhere I've been, this week of the last day of school, and sectional week, it's hard. It's hard enough to keep teenage boys in line, but it's super hard when they don't have to go to school here now. So you sometimes never know. These are games that could fall in the cracks. A non-conference game on a Friday night. You know, Winamac's out of school today, so we'll see.
Yeah,
but it's still baseball. It's still great to be here.
Well, we go ahead and turn the page and look at the Winamac Warriors. Head coach Mark Hendricks and his squad started the season off hot, winning the first 3 games with a lot of runs. They beat Argus 21-1, then Knox 10-0. They beat Argus again 7-0. Their first loss came against Rensselaer Central 11-1. They then beat Oregon Davis in a doubleheader 21-0 in Game 1 and 3-0 in Game 2. They then beat Rochester 3-2 on April 21st, then fell to North Miami 2 days later 9-6. We saw them beat North Judson 17-0. What a dominating performance it was that evening here in Winamac. The Warriors then went on an 8-game skid, falling to North Miami 10-4, Caston twice 9-6, then 4-2, North Judson 7-1, Triton twice 5-0 and 13-0, then Couts 12-2, and Twin Lakes 11-7. They have since been on the winning column. Beating rival Pioneer both times 5-3, then again 17-13. Last night they beat Culver Community in Game 1 7-5 and are currently finishing Game 2 right now up 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. As the Warriors come into this rivalry contest, 10-10 right now on the season and 8-7 in HNAC play. When it comes to hitting, Hutch Martin leads the team with a .532 average. Right behind him is Xavier Adriano hitting a .386, and then rounding out the top 3 is Luke Clemens averaging a .340 at the plate. As a whole, these Warriors have a .282 average with an on-base percentage of .409. They have 136 hits on the season, 133 runs, and 105 runs batted in up to this point. We look at the pitching for the Warriors. They have used 11 different arms through the 113.2 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 4.13. They have allowed 126 hits, 115 runs, and have struck out their opponents 125 times. We talked with head coach Mark Hendricks a couple of weeks ago on the Saturday Sports Line. He said he didn't really have an answer at the time for why they were going through that skid there of 8 games, coach, but it seems like they're picking things back up here, getting the bats going, and leading Culver right now as we go to the top of the 6th.
No, it's a long season, and over the course of 25, 26 games, you're bound to hit your low points, and you're not gonna have the kids focus every night. You just hope that, and every team goes through it. Some teams go through it and they win ugly for a week.
Sure.
Some teams go through it and they lose for a week. But next week's all that matters. So just get healthy, play good baseball tonight. I'm sure they're hoping for, and that'll lead into to next week's sectional.
An interesting situation they're in right now, where they're finishing off last night's second game against Culver right now, and then off to the side here shortly will be West Central waiting for their turn to take on the Warriors. How would you attack this situation? You kind of mentioned you don't think you'd ever been in a situation quite like this.
No, it's a unique situation, and I'm not sure this game, in the grand scheme of things, conference placings, I bet this game doesn't mean a whole lot. But it's still a conference game, and you want to finish it out the right way. Kids are still battling for all conference awards, things like that. And then, I'm not a historian on the rivalry here between West Central, Winamac, but anytime you throw a rivalry on a Friday night, I imagine we'll have a lot of people here in the stands, and it'll get revved up, I'm sure.
Well, we are expecting a great afternoon of IHSAA rivalry baseball action. We certainly appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Frayne Mortuary in Winamac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winamac. It's our family serving your family.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thanks, JT. It's time now for the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. They've been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We certainly appreciate them supporting local high school sports. And we are very lucky to say no injuries to report, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. Stay tuned. We will hear from David Allen of the Trojans and Mark Hendricks of the Warriors after the break in the Marian University's Ancilla College Coaches Corner. You are listening to KVB's WKVI.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible healthcare experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Let's talk with the coaches on the Ancilla College Coaches Corner with Mitch Columbi.
Welcome into the Marian University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I'm talking with head coach of the West Central Trojans, David Allen. Coach, congratulations on winning the MWC. That had to have been pretty ecstatic for you and the group.
Yeah, no, it was exciting and to see all the hard work pay off that they've been putting in since January. So, yeah, it was a good time last night.
Yeah, it's always a goal of a head coach and the team to take care of conference, but now here we are, latter portion of the season. You're starting sectionals next week, and tonight, you're taking on your cross-county rival of Winamac. They've been kind of struggling as of late. What do you prepare for against a Winamac team, especially when it's a rivalry game like this tonight?
Yeah, no, we prepare for everything, and we're not going to approach this game any different than any other opponent. We've got to come out and do our part, make plays on defense, and hit the ball and throw strikes.
And I know some coaches that they'll say it's nitpicking, but when everything's going well, Coach, is there anything on this squad that you still want to tighten up, maybe coming into a game like tonight to get ready for the postseason?
Well, like I always tell the boys, there's always room for improvement, right? As long as you're alive, you're always learning. But same thing in sports, right? There's always room for improvement. Everybody can improve. So little things as far as throwing through cutoffs and hitting your cutoffs and then when we're in bunt situations or something, knowing what we're doing there, first and third situations. But just taking care of the baseball is what we're trying to tighten up, if you will.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation. Winamac has to finish their game against Culver. They'll be in the top of the fifth while you guys are arriving. They'll already be kind of warmed up and ready to go. How do you attack it from your perspective, knowing that?
Well, we're gonna show up about game time when they start that first game. We'll start getting loose, and we're just going to approach it the same way as always, just as a normal game. It's going to be a normal game for us. It sounds like they're going to do starting lineups and all that, at the beginning of our game as well. So we're not approaching it any different than we would any other night.
And I know you don't have to say much to the guys when you go up against a rival like Winamac.
Right. No, we're looking for a good game, and to go out on a high note and playing well going into sectionals is what we're trying to accomplish tonight.
All right, Coach, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marion University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marion University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marion and beyond. Find out more about Marion University's Ancilla College through our website at marion.edu/Ancilla today.
Welcome back to the Marion University Ancilla College Coaches Corner. I'm talking with head coach of the Winamac Warriors, Mark Hendricks. Coach, I know you got to finish up this game against the Cavs. You're up 4-1. Talk about this game real quick. How do you want this game to finish off? I know you want to win, but talk about what you want to see from the guys.
11-1 would be great in one more inning, but hey, that's wishful thinking. Just finish out. We started playing, last night the McEwen kid. We knew he'd be good. Struck out the first 9 batters, and I was like, oh, Lord. But fourth inning, we started getting to them and started hitting balls hard, and we were able to come back. They had us down 5-1, so just hold this lead right where it is, add on a couple, and get ready for the Trojans.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting scenario tonight. Yeah, the Cavs, that's a conference matchup, so you want to get that conference win. But then looming off into the distance, not too far off, is the West Central Trojans. While it's a non-conference game, it might as well be. It's the cross-county battle nobody misses. So what do you want to see against the Trojans? Do you know anything about them? They've won the Midwest Conference. So, they're coming in feeling pretty hot and strong, hot to trot, so to speak. So what do you think is going to happen tonight for the Warriors' sake?
I'm not sure. They beat us last year. We didn't play real well, but they did. And Dave's done a good job over there. They've got their youth program all squared away. Matter of fact, I told a guy today they're ahead of us at the youth level. We need to close that gap. It's not the kids or baseball. It's the quality of coaches he's been getting. He's got all former players, which that's hard to do, and it really makes a big difference. But I just like to play well. West Central's had a great year. Like I said, they won the conference, and it's going to be a good game for both of us going in tournament. Big rivalry. Everybody wants to win this, so it'll be good for both teams.
Yeah, and I was just about to say, the last time we talked on the Saturday Sports Line, you said the bats really just weren't coming alive. Last few games, though, you've been able to win. Obviously, you've still got Culver tonight in West Central. But talk about getting things going in the right direction for sectionals. That's next week.
Yeah, I think our last 3 games, we've been hitting the ball again. The last 4. Changed the way we did a couple things in the cage, and so far it seems to be working. I'm not going to change it right now. We're going to have to score some runs in that sectional with the teams in there, and I know I've got the pitching to compete in that sectional. We got to be able to score 4 or 5 runs, and we're trending the right way. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was really worried, but I can see it's turning, and we just need to stay in that direction.
Well, Coach, as always, I appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School baseball action, what are your surf internet keys to the game for the Winamac Warriors here, Coach?
I think for Winamac it's just to keep the momentum going. They're so far in this game that's been ahead of us here. The finish of the game from last night, Winamac's jumped out offensively and has put the ball in play, hitting the ball well. So if that continues in the game too, then that will bode well for the Warriors.
Surf internet keys to the game for the Trojans.
Like Coach said, play a clean game, come out here and handle the ball, play good defense, and get ready to go for next week.
That's our Surf Internet keys to the game. Our LAP Waste starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
More people are switching to Surf Internet because they've had enough with slow speeds, rising bills, and internet that struggles when everyone is online. Here's what your neighbors Anita and Anthony had to say after they switched.
Great value, awesome speeds, and zero issues.
We should have switched sooner.
Switching is easy. Plans start at just $30 a month with AutoPay, with free installation, all-in pricing, and no contracts. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
It's time for the LAP Waste starting lineups.
For the Trojans of West Central in Francisville, Indiana, their batting order shows the third baseman Connor Huber leading off, then the center fielder Tegan Holly, catcher Tate Lehman, and the pitcher Zane Wallace, the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be first baseman Hayden Johns, then left fielder Izzy Williams. Second baseman Maddox Gutwine, bats seventh. Right fielder Bryce Robbins is at the 8th slot. And at the bottom of the lineup, we will see the shortstop Isaac Warner. That is our starting lineups, our LAP Waste starting lineups, as we will be back to get set to finish off this Cavalier versus Winamac baseball game. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The team at LAP Waste is ready to serve you. Here's Honey Lamer.
Yes, we are so blessed at LAP Waste. We have been able to expand our staffing, and we have some amazing drivers, office help. We are just absolutely blessed in the group that we currently have.
Kirby Anderson, how does someone reach out to LAP to become a customer?
It's real simple. They can either email lapwaste@yahoo.com, and then we will get in contact with them, or they can call the office at 574-542-4019.
We welcome you in here to Winamac Warrior Baseball Field. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon as we join the bottom of the 6th here. The Warriors started this game, Coach. They're at the top of the 5th, 4-1. They put 5 runs on the board. It's now 9-2. They're leading here.
Yeah, in the 5th, Culver jumped out and got a run on a long double by Caleb McCune to get on base and start that 5th inning off. And then Winamac answered back with 1, and they're working on one here. They got four across, runner on first, 2 outs.
So now we'll see Luke Clemens step in. They just walked Carter Ulrich here with 1 out. It's the bottom of the 6th here. And on the mound for the Culver Cavaliers is Bryant Lancaster, the freshman. There goes Ulrich to take 2, a foul tip by Clemens.
I think it's Bloomquist.
Oh, Bloomquist.
Matthew Bloomquist on the mound for Culver.
So that is Matthew Bloomquist, and we saw him just a couple of weeks ago against the Oregon Davis Bobcats, Coach.
Yes, I believe we did.
Thanks. Dribbler down.
I see so many games during the spring. One of them really doesn't stand out.
Little dribbler down the third base line for Luke Clemens, and he'll get on base for a base hit. So now both are one in scoring position. That's Ulrich, and the Cavs just can't get out of this half inning here.
No, their defense has kind of left them here as the innings moved on. Winamac's just they're hitting the ball well. They're putting it in play, and Culver's just made several errors this inning.
First offered pitch to Bryant Galbraith. Off to the left and out of play. 0-1 count. We look at Bloomquist. 9.64 ERA for the freshman. He's been through the ringer this year. But feet to the fire as a freshman only gets you better.
It does. It absolutely does. As long as the kid mentally has, if the kid can mentally get punched in the mouth, and turns around and wants the ball the next game, then he's going to be a player.
Well, right there, he got Bryant Galbraith to swing and miss, so now ahead of the count is Bloomquist here.
And that's a lot of times as a freshman, and I always told my freshmen, now we're going up to play the big boys. You're playing guys that are 3-4 years older than you, and it's a different game. It's not travel ball. It's not youth league anymore. You're playing against grown men.
And it looks like Ulrich got the sign to take 3, and now Galbraith says, I think that pitch got me. It was a little inside at the shoulder, and now both umpires are coming together in the infield.
Yeah, I'm not sure the batter got out of the way of the catcher trying to throw it to third, but hit by pitch. Mitch, you're right. You're all over it tonight. We haven't officially started our game. Little round of applause for you.
Well, he grabbed his shoulder like, ow.
Yeah. It hurt his jersey,
it hurt
maybe.
His jersey, yeah, a little abrasion. So now the bases are loaded. What a dream it is for the Warriors right now.
Winning run at first right now. Big shot here.
Popped up high. This is by Hutch
Infield
Martin.
Fly, so batter will be out.
So that is the second out. Here in the bottom of the 6th, and this is what Coach Hendricks was kind of talking about. He said it'd be nice if we could get this game over before we get to the 7th.
It would be nice right here just to have one less inning pitched for your guys, and end on a. It's always good to end on a walk-off. Doesn't matter what kind, what inning.
Here comes Cody Wheeler.
He got hit by a pitch his last at bat, and he just turned and took it.
First pitch outside by Bloomquist for a 1-0 count.
And as you know, I love that in a player. Turn and take it right between the 4 and the 4
Be a
and
man.
on his backside.
The 1-0. Misses up top and outside. Wheeler, the junior, 259 average coming into this afternoon. Has an opportunity here to end this ball game with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch outside. And he is in great position for that now with a 3-0 count. Bloomquist definitely going to be delivering something in the zone here. He deals. No, he won't. He will end up walking Wheeler. That one slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, he lost control of that when you see him stepping off the mound and kind of licking his fingertips. But now you got the winning runs moved over to second base. So any kind of a base hit, error, ball past the infielders, this game should be over here.
This is Peyton Burke, the freshman. He'll step in. Bloomquist. Oh, man, that one almost got past the catcher, Cale Bushman, but he tracked it down. And, boy, Cale just keeps showing us he's growing up in front of our eyes.
He's had he definitely plays very well when he's live on KVI.
1-0. Big hit back to center field, and it will be gloved for out number 3. We go to the top of the 7th.
Glad to see the center fielder didn't know how many outs there were.
Several runs crossed there in the bottom of the 6th. 5 runs on 3 hits and several Cavalier errors. We'll take a break and come back. We're going to finish this Culver Cavalier versus Winamac Game 2 matchup before we get you finally ready for the West Central Trojans taking on their cross-county rival of Winamac. Here in Winamac, don't go anywhere. More to come after this.
This presentation of our area's local high school sports is sponsored by Pulaski Memorial Hospital in Winamac. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is dedicated to providing excellent health care to improve the health and quality of life for the people and the community they serve. They will meet the community's needs and exceed their expectations by creating the best possible health care experience. For more information of the services they provide, call 946-2100.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time and we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Back here, top of the 7th between the Culver Cavaliers and the Winamac Warriors, finishing off the game that couldn't get finished last night. And right now the Warriors in control, 10 runs to 2. It's all up to the Cavs to try to get 8 runs across the tie here, Coach, but the Warriors look like they're on a mission to finish this off.
Yeah, that was just looking for 3 outs right now, and the young man for Winamac that started today on the mound, I'm hustling to look up his name here. Brian Galbraith, a freshman. He's settled in well. He struck out the last 4 guys he's faced, so he's getting into a groove, and 2 more outs to go, and he should have a hard-earned save here.
He'll strike off the leadoff man here in the 7th, Matt Baker, and now we will see for the Culver Cavaliers. This is number 5, Cale Bushman. He rips one back to left field, trying to track down. It is by the shortstop for Winamac. Oh, my gosh.
There he is. Last time we were here, he was making plays all over the field, and it does it again right there. That's Peyton Burke.
Peyton Burke. What a track down there. Holy cow, that's a play. So that is out number 2 here in the top of the 2nd. Or top of the 7th, excuse me. And now here is a big hit by Caleb McEwen back between right and center, and he will get a base knock.
Now batting, McEwen.
So I spoke to early on the play by the shortstop. That was Peyton Burke out there at short. The last time we were here, Brian Galbraith was the shortstop making good plays, and he's the young man on the mound right now finishing this one off.
But here's Jonas McEwen following his brother Caleb. Steps into the box here with 2 outs, 1 on. Swings on the first offering. He'll miss it for strike 1. We talk about Jonas quite a bit over the last 4 years and his brother Caleb. He was our other station's Max 98.3's Tony the Boss Ross Athlete of the Week this past weekend. Just had a great career both McEwen brothers have. The 0-1 from Galbraith up top, ball 1.
And that's a great name for a new Player of the Game award. I like that.
It was in Tony's honor, and
yep.
Something we're proud to have our Athlete of the Year on that station this here coming up next week as well.
Absolutely. Great man.
Both stations now will have an Athlete of the Year along with Athlete of the Week throughout the season, so pretty excited to continue that tradition from WKVI, handing it off to Max 98.3 and Rusty Nixon. He's just done such a fantastic job over there. Breaking ball didn't break, and going to take 2 is Caleb McEwen, and he'll slide in safe to get into scoring position. You ever met Rusty?
Yes. I'm sure all the years every team I've coached with we've played Plymouth at some point during the season. So, yes, good baseball people over there.
Popped up high. Might be played here by Hutch Martin, and it is for out number 3. And that will be the ball game. The Winamac Warriors will beat the Culver Cavs here in this second game that they couldn't finish last night. 10 runs to 2 is the final, but now the Warriors' sights are set on the West Central Trojans, and that's what we will be preparing you for, so stand by. Don't go anywhere. We'll go through the starting lineups momentarily along with our national anthem here on WKVI, so don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
More people are switching to Surf Internet because they've had enough with slow speeds, rising bills, and internet that struggles when everyone is online. Here's what your neighbors Anita and Anthony had to say after they switched.
Great value, awesome speeds, and 0 issues.
We should have switched sooner.
Switching is easy. Plans start at just $30 a month with AutoPay, with free installation, all-in pricing, and no contracts. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
The team at LAP Waste is ready to serve you. Here's Honey Lamer.
Yes, we are so blessed at LAP Waste. We have been able to expand our staffing, and we have some amazing drivers, office help. We are just absolutely blessed in the group that we currently have.
Kirby Anderson, how does someone reach out to LAP to become a customer?
It's real simple. They can either email lapwaste@yahoo.com, and then we will get in contact with them, or they can call the office at 574-542-4019.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Winamac, Indiana, welcome to broadcast number 12 of our 2026 spring sports season. To see the Winamac Warriors host their rival, the West Central Trojans. The rivalry is renewed. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI, as the history between these two teams also includes the history of WKVI telling their stories. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in this area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all KVB sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the public address announcer today at Warrior Baseball Field is Athletic Director Brian Leverns. Our umpires for this evening are Mike Wilson and Chuck Waringa. With us tonight, we are honored to have former longtime area baseball head coach Kevin Hannon on the call to decipher the play, in which we will describe for you. And like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana high school rivalry baseball action from Winamac, Indiana. interesting situation. I think we've said that about 100 times already this evening, Coach. The Warriors, I just asked you in the break, do you even think the Warriors will take the field to warm up?
No, and I don't think they will. They went through full. They've gotten stretched. They went through their full in and out defensively. So I would guess they're going to just relax for a minute, watch West Central's pregame, and then it'll be play ball.
The Trojans come into this game Midwest Conference champions. If you're just joining us here, that happened last night. I had a chance to talk with David Allen earlier in the postgame or in the pregame show, and that was a goal of his and the team's. And I'm sure that's always something that, as you for a head coach, that was kind of something you wanted to keep an eye on. Hey, we want to be in the running for the conference, if not win the conference outright, because that just kind of solidifies who we are as a team.
You do, absolutely. If you can stay in the conference hunt for the month of May, even towards the end of April when conference usually gets going, if you can stay, the kids have something you can dangle in front of them. If you get out of the conference race and it's May 1st, good luck the next 3 weeks, unless you have a group of competitive kids. But if they don't have that conference you can dangle in front of them, it's a long way till the sectional and it gets to be some dog day baseball.
No kidding. And you talked about it just a few minutes ago or before the break. It's kind of hard to get kids to focus here at the end of May, especially with summer around the corner, graduation for several of these seniors. And when you want to have a deep postseason run, a lot of these seniors are going to be graduating next week. I know Culver's graduation is next Friday. Well, the sectional championship's the following Monday.
Yeah, and, I have always thought, some of the better teams I've coached over the years, we didn't have a high amount of seniors because it's hard to keep a senior focused at this time of year. There are so many things. It's not their fault.
No.
And I'm not taking anything away from them. They got a lot of things going. The weather's turning nice. Graduation's coming up. They're dealing with a lot of other things. Proms, which are now a couple weeks away, gone. And a lot of things going on in those minds. But you get a freshman and a sophomore, 15, 16-year-old kid, they want to play baseball.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they're focused on. And the best teams I've had over the years were freshman, sophomore, junior loaded.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting because when you think about it, you'd think you'd have some good senior baseball players that love the sport of baseball and they'd be your leaders.
Yeah, you'd think.
Huh.
But again, spring is a challenge, and I think all spring coaches across whatever sport it is will say that it's tough. Kids see the finish line of, no more school, and their attitude and their work ethic just, in some of them, isn't what it would be.
Yeah, you bring up prom being an issue. That reminds me in the fall, a lot of the coaches, I don't want to say complain, but they do bring up the fact that, hey, they've got homecoming. And then we've got to deal with the parade, and we've got to deal with the fanfare when the coaches want the kids to focus on the game. But in the spring, you're not only dealing with prom, you're dealing with the summer and having to juggle kids that may be going on vacation, and that's what they're thinking of instead of focusing in. And you as a head coach, you want to win. You want to win them all.
Oh, exactly. And you want to do everything. You would hope that as a coach, you want your kids to have baseball be the only thing on their mind too. But in most circumstances, that isn't the case.
Well, we look at the Trojans, we talked about them a little bit earlier, but they come in today winning the Midwest Conference, 13-5 on the year. What a strong outing it's been for the Trojans this year. They drew Pioneer, and Pioneer is a team they did not face in the regular season. So for a team that they're going to face first thing right off the bat next week, I believe that sectional's at Tri-County, that's a team they don't really know about or know much about.
No, and, that first game of the sectional, a lot of times is they're the most competitive ones just because you got your West Central will have their number one kid on the mound, Pioneer will have their number one kid on the mound, and throughout the course of a baseball season, you don't play 28 games that you could play in a baseball season. You don't play with your best team on the field maybe more than 7 or 8 times. And next week, first game of the sectional, both teams will be putting their best team on the floor.
We will see Zane Wall on the mound for the West Central Trojans. We remember Zane Wall over the last couple of years. He was a Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week last year. He comes in today, a 5.85 ERA, 1-1 on the season. It'll be his 7th appearance. He's an athlete, but he's not their main guy, Tegan Holly, who has just been great this year as a sophomore, 1.96 ERA. So Zane Wall kind of being told, hey, we need you in this cross-county battle today.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to see from either team. I don't know when both teams play next week, how many days rest it is between now and then. But if they come out and play Tuesday or Wednesday, you may see those kids, the number ones here, if necessary, but probably not at this point in the season.
Yeah, this is the last regular season game for the Trojans, and then we go ahead and look at the Winamac Warriors. We talked with Mark Hendricks a little bit earlier. He wanted to get that game over quickly with Culver. It took to the top of the 7th, but they were able to win that game 10-2, the final. But you talk about the Warriors here. They will be facing off against Jimtown in their sectional. That's at, I believe that is at Jimtown, if I'm not mistaken, that sectional next week. So they're going to be taking on the host school.
Yeah, that's not a good draw for anybody. Jimtown's a pretty talented group and have a good core group of players coming back, and they play good, solid baseball.
Yeah, this is their final regular season matchup as well. So the cross-county battle finishes off the regular season. If you were a head coach, let's take you back to when you were coaching at Knox. Would you like the game against the Jays to be your last regular season game?
It wouldn't make any difference to me because I'm resting I know the game probably doesn't mean anything as far as getting a trophy or getting a plaque presentation, winning a conference. And I'm not going to throw my top 2 or 3 pitchers in that game anyway. So you just want them to play good baseball. That's the most important thing for both teams. And don't do anything foolish. An ejection in this game
could hurt a lot of things.
It hurts a lot of things because then you played yourself out of that first game of the sectional as you have to sit the second game.
Which tensions can rise in a game like this when it's a cross-county battle. So
they can.
So you kind of got to be careful. And then on the mound for the Warriors, we're going to see Hutch Martin. Man, is he just he's the ace. 1.19 ERA, 3-3 on the season. His 7th appearance as well. But he's leading the way. Right behind him there is Charles Cottrell, the senior. He's got a 1.75 ERA. But Hutch Martin, we've seen him. We've talked about him multiple times this season. Actually, over the last couple of years, he's a sophomore. And Coach Hendricks really likes Hutch Martin.
Yeah, and I know Coach Hendricks, I told you what I would do without throwing my best guys. Coach Hendricks is he's trying to get this team revved up again. They went through a rough patch here, and they got the bats alive in the game they just finished, and I think he wants Hutch Martin to go out here and spin a gem on the mound tonight and get him some momentum going into next week.
In the field for the Winamac Warriors, on the mound, like I said, is Hutch Martin. The catcher will be Xavier Adriano. At first is Luke Clemens. The second baseman will be Charles Cottrell. Peyton Burke will be the designated hitter for him in the 7th slot. And then it looks like at third base will be Cody Wheeler. The shortstop is Bryant Galbraith. You'd kind of talked about him. You saw him a few weeks ago, and you're very impressed with him.
I was really impressed. Now I'm impressed with both the freshmen they had out there playing shortstop when we've seen them. So the infield defense future is looking pretty good for Coach Hendricks.
Liam Burton will be in left field. Center field will be Will Malco, and right field will be Caden Runk. Those are in the field. Those are those that will be in the field. Those are those.
Those are those. I don't know. I'm a gym teacher. I don't know if that works. We need an English teacher to call in.
At least I caught it. I called myself out. Those will be the Warriors in the field. And then batting, here's the order for the Trojans. Up first, we'll see third baseman Connor Huber leading off. Then the center fielder Tegan Holly, catcher Tate Lehman, and then the pitcher Zane Wall is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth for the Trojans will be first baseman Hayden Johns, then left fielder Izzy Williams. Second baseman Maddox Gutwine bats seventh. Right fielder Bryce Robbins is at the 8th slot. And at the bottom of the lineup, we will see the shortstop Isaac Warner. Well, if you're just now joining us, we're so glad you joined us for the battle for Pulaski County between the Winamac Warriors and the West Central Trojans. Tomorrow morning will be our second to last Saturday sports line. We hope you join us at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central to catch up with several of our area coaches. It should be a full day. We are going to catch up with Brett and Kylene Lambert, head coaches for the North Judson-Sanpere girls and boys track and field teams. We'll also talk Knox Lady Redskins softball with head coach Richie Morgan. North Judson softball with head coach Gary Baxter. Thoughts and prayers with Gary right now. He popped his Achilles celebrating a big-time win the other night, he said. So he's going to have to go under the knife next Wednesday. So feel bad for Coach Baxter.
I'm laughing with him. There comes a year when you realize as an older coach, and I don't know how old Gary is, but I knew there were some things I couldn't do back in the last few years I coached. You get excited. There's no doubt. I remember 20 years ago we were playing a game at the Steelyard up in Gary, and we were playing Washington Township when I was at Knox. And I was coming off back surgery, feeling good. You get up there in a minor league park. I think I'm trying out to be the Mets third base coach. And I wanted a kid to come into third and slide, so I'm down on my knees hitting the ground.
Oh, no.
I spent the rest of the game with an ice pack on my back in the dugout. So, yeah. And I knew then that you need to just stand out there and learn how to clap.
And the Achilles is a serious injury.
It is.
They've been happening a lot
that's
lately.
A tough one.
So our thoughts are with head coach Gary Baxter for the North Judson Softball Club. We'll also talk South Central boys volleyball. They made it all the way to the sectional championship game last weekend, where they fell short, unfortunately, but it was a historic run. They only lost, I want to say, 3 or 4 games throughout the season, so we'll have a chance to catch up with Coach Paul Fossauer at the bottom of the first hour. We'll also catch up with West Central head coach David Allen in the second hour, and then finish things off with head coach Mark Hendricks of the Winamac Warriors. We'll also have our Athlete of the Week interview with Cheryl Barnes, Knox Lady Redskins softball player who broke several records. What a career for her. She's going on to Lesley University there in Cambridge, Massachusetts to continue her softball career. I asked her in an interview, and you'll hear this tomorrow, she said the reason behind choosing that is it's only an hour away from her older sister, yes, Beth Barnes.
They're a great family. Mom's a teacher in my building, and Dad's a longtime principal here in the Knox Community Schools, and great family, great girls. I had the older brother playing baseball, and obviously I've taught all of them. So great family, proud of what the girls are doing, and the parents I think are going to enjoy their trips to the East Coast and be able to catch both girls.
And to finish things off, we'll have our Where Are They Now segment with Harold Welter. It'll be his final Where Are They Now segment of the Saturday Sports Line tomorrow, and then we will announce our final Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week award recipient at the end of the show. And then next week we start our sectional run. It's a very busy sectional run. We will be all over the place next week. Starting on Tuesday, we'll be in Bremen to see the Winamac Lady Warriors. They will be taking on LaVille, and we talked with head coach Jenny Belcher last weekend on the Saturday Sports Line. She's very excited to take on the LaVille Lancers. Of course, they used to be in the Hoosier North Athletic Conference, but not anymore, so it'll be the first time they've seen the Lancers this season. But a very interesting situation for the Winamac Lady Warriors taking on LaVille at Bremen. We'll plan to go live at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central. That's on May 26th, this coming Tuesday. And then if all goes to plan, the Knox Lady Redskins will win on Monday. We will then see them in Game 2 on Tuesday for a doubleheader as they would face off against Jimtown at Bremen. So that's the plan on Tuesday. See some Winamac softball in Game 1, then Knox softball in Game 2. On Wednesday the 27th, it will be round 2 of the softball sectional at South Central, as the Culver Lady Cavaliers will take on either South Central or North Judson Sanpere. So whoever wins between South Central or North Judson St. Pierre on Monday will face off against the Culver Lady Cavaliers or the Oregon Davis Lady Cats. That's who are in Monday's game. So Culver versus Oregon Davis on Monday. Whoever wins that game will face off against either South Central or North Judson St. Pierre. That's where we will be on Wednesday. Thursday, we hope to be in a softball sectional championship matchup at Bremen, as it could very well be the Winamac Lady Warriors taking on the Knox Lady Redskins. We'll keep our fingers crossed and knock on wood that they take care of business on Monday for the Knox Redskins, and Tuesday night for both teams. And then Friday, we were originally going to be at South Central to see Culver take on South Central, but I was made aware that that game has now actually been moved to Thursday, so unfortunately we won't be able to cover that game on Friday the 29th. We'll see what we can do behind the scenes and get another game scheduled next Friday. But then that following Saturday, a week from tomorrow, will be our final Saturday sports line of the 2025-2026 school year, where we will announce our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Year, one of my favorite broadcasts, not only because I'm going to summer, Coach, but because you get to announce our Athlete of the Year. We have our ceremony at the WKVI studios. We bring Tim Roth and his wife Melinda in, and we have a very nice ceremony where their plaque is given to them. We also have a college scholarship that's given to the Athlete of the Year, and then also the main plaque that stays in the studio that has all the list of all the winners throughout the year since 2002. So very excited. See, I can talk by myself forever, Coach. I'm an only child.
Absolutely. And can I get a guess as to who that young man or woman might be?
Not on the air.
No, not on the air. I'm kidding. But if you look back over the list of kids that have won that award over the last 20 years,
it's crazy.
It's impressive, and I'm pretty sure most of them are probably successful today.
And the one I always think about is the very first one, Dan McGowan. Went on to play Purdue football.
Well, I said most of them are successful. Now, Coach McGowan, I don't know, man. That guy, I just ran into him this week, and he is a trip. For those of you that have never met Danny McGowan, go visit North Judson Elementary School one time in your life and get to know that guy.
He was the very first Tyler Roth
That's awesome.
Athlete of the Year back in 2002. But this is the 25th anniversary of the passing of Tyler Roth, so kind of a special one. I'm sure Tim will talk about that on that final Saturday sports line, but that's where we button up our entire season. While we hope to still be broadcasting games that Monday, we don't know where we'll be. It just depends on what baseball area teams make it to that sectional championship game Monday, June 1st. So we will continue to broadcast sports, but obviously our final Saturday show will be on May 30th, a week from tomorrow. Well, they're talking at home plate, both head coaches with the umpires. Our umpires for today are Mike Wilson and Chuck Waringa. Like I mentioned earlier, our public address announcer is Brian Leverins, athletic director Brian Leverins. So we appreciate him.
Best in the business.
Best in the business.
Right up here.
We're going to take a quick break and come back. Get you ready for the battle between the West Central Trojans and the Winamac Warriors. The battle for Pulaski County is on after this.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
5
Five Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Hello there. Is this that First Choice Contractor?
No, sir. This is First Choice Insurance.
I'm looking for a good contractor. I could use a deck put on the back of my house.
We aren't contractors, but we do offer a great contractor's insurance program with all the coverages a contractor needs.
Well, would you consider putting one of those walk-in tubs in my bathroom for me?
Phone us today in North Judson at 896-3482 or in Knox at 772-5370.
More people are switching to Surf Internet because they've had enough with slow speeds, rising bills, and internet that struggles when everyone is online. Here's what your neighbors Anita and Anthony had to say after they switched.
Great value, awesome speeds, and zero issues.
We should have switched sooner.
Switching is easy. Plans start at just $30 a month with AutoPay, with free installation, all-in pricing, and no contracts. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Frayne Mortuary in Winamac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winamac. It's our family serving your family.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From Winamac, Indiana, welcome to broadcast number 12 of our 2026 spring sports season to see the Winamac Warriors host the West Central Trojans. The rivalry is renewed. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI, as the history between these two teams also includes the history of WKVI telling their stories. You can stay up to speed on local high school sports in this area by following us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all KVB Sports content. You can listen to us on your phone, computer, or tablet if you're not in the FM listening area. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. We are literally in the palm of your hand. With us this afternoon, we have Kevin Hannon on the call, and like I said, I'm Mitch Columbi. Proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for rivalry baseball action. Coach Connor Huber up to bat first, this multi-sport athlete, and a question I wanted to ask you as a head coach: do you like multi-sport athletes on your team?
Oh, absolutely. You want kids that have played for other coaches, that have been through locker rooms as part of a team. You want kids competing as much as they can. It doesn't have to be in baseball. It can be, I would love for every kid to experience as many sports as they can when they're in high school, because it isn't too long. I mean, these kids out here on the field next week, their high school careers could be over.
Sure.
So do as many sports as you can.
Huber, the .493 average, steps in his 82nd appearance of the season to face Hutch Martin for the first time. He'll swing on the first offering. Grounder to second. Bobbled, throws to first. He got it in time.
Yeah, just ball came up, hit him in the heel of the glove, took his time, picked it up, got the runner. And Huber can move down the line. I can tell you that after just watching him run out that ground ball.
Starting quarterback for the West Central Trojans, starting on the basketball team in the starting 5.
Oh. And give him credit. It was a routine ground ball to second, and he busted like he had a base hit and was thinking about stretching it to 2. So just one of those little things that you like to see.
Here's a left-handed swinger. Tegan Holly comes in today. A .400 average, his 81st appearance on the season. Martin deals the 1-0. Right to the second baseman for an out, number 2. That's a lot of work right off the top there for Charles Cottrell.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, and Hutch is just getting back there and throwing strikes, standing up on top of the mound. And, Chuck Waringa doing the plate tonight, I would love to pitch for Chuck. Chuck has a big strike zone. He's going to be consistent all day, and pitchers are going to enjoy this tonight, I have a feeling.
Tate Lehman takes a big-time cut and misses. Martin blew it past him. Lehman comes in today, a .403 average, his 78th appearance on the season. He has a .506 on-base percentage, an OPS of 1.167, Coach.
Yeah, good offensive numbers for a catcher. And, in high school, in MLB and you get up into college and the catchers aren't usually hitters. High school, it hasn't affected them yet because they haven't really specialized in that area. But, yeah, you love to see the catcher be hitting third in the order and be right in the middle of everything.
Next pitch misses outside for a 1-2 count. We mentioned Hutch Martin earlier. He's the number 1 for this pitching staff of Winamac. A 1.19 ERA. He deals the next pitch that just misses the zone.
Just when I bragged on you, Chuck.
It looked close from here.
It was a good pitch, but
2-2. Rip back to left field. Good cut. And it won't be brought in by the left fielder. Digging for 2 will be Tate Lehman. So that will go down as an E7.
Yeah, E7, I'd have to say on that one.
Burton had a good track on it. Just hit the glove.
He
and
did,
out.
and that's probably what makes it an error. Is he didn't look like he lost the ball there. He was just running hard to his right, and the ball just right off his glove.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Zane Wall. We'll see him on the mound here in the bottom of the first. Wall, a .379 average, his 74th appearance at the plate. He has 21 RBIs on the season and an opportunity to add to that here. And it looks like we'll have a pinch runner for Lehman out there at 2.
Yeah, that'll be your courtesy runner since Lehman's your catcher.
Thank you, courtesy runner. And this is number 9 out there, we believe, for... that is Gutwein.
Yeah, it's hard to pick up those dark maroon numbers on black jerseys from that far away.
Next pitch in the dirt. Wall telling Gutwein to stay at 2. It's Braylon Gutwein. And now here's the 3-0 from Martin. Inside, finds the zone, and that'll be a 3-1 count here with 2 outs, 1 in scoring position, top of the first, scoreless. Wall of .411 on base percentage. Fouls this one off. Makes it a full count here. Martin likes the sign. The payoff. Popped up, back to left center. It'll be a blooper. and it will bring the courtesy runner Gutwein home for an RBI single by Zane Wall.
That was that ball was up in the air a long time. I'm not sure. When it was first hit, I thought the center fielder would be able to make a running catch on it, but it just died out there, and he couldn't quite get to it.
The Trojans will draw first blood, and now we will see Hayden Johns, the number 5 hitter, step in, first baseman, right-handed swinger, Martin Deals. Outside, good track down by Xavier Adriano. Warriors in all maroon with white pinstripes, looking very sharp. The Trojans, gray pants, black jerseys with maroon numbers. Martin to Johns. He'll check the runner at 1, and I believe that is also a courtesy runner. Thank you. That is number 12, Randolph.
Yeah, Brody Randolph.
And Martin to deal the 1-1 here. Popped up, fouled off, out of play. If you're the Trojans, you got to feel pretty good getting a run across here in the top.
Yeah, they got anytime you can get a gift run early in your first at bat, you'll take it.
Martin checks Randolph at 1. He deals the 1-2, and it will just miss outside, evening it up at 2-2 here. Martin right to work. Right to third. What a glove. Slings it to first. It's in time for out number 3. A beautiful 5-3 there.
Beautiful by the first baseman that had to adjust his footwork and catch the short hop throw. But, yeah, great play to get that out.
And that was gloved by Cody Wheeler, getting it over to first. Luke Clemens for out number 3. But
one run, no hits, one hit, one error, one runner left on.
We'll take a break and come back. That's the top of the first. Bottom of the first is on the way.
Howard's Marathon in Winamac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central. You can catch local news as well for our area with KVB News reporters Rusty Nixon and Becca Shepard. You can catch their stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. 1-0, the Trojans get a run across in the top of the first. We now go to the bottom of the first. We're along with Kevin Hannon on the call. So glad you joined us. The battle for Pulaski County is renewed. Stepping into the box first for the Winamac Warriors is first baseman Luke Clemens. He is facing, we talked about it earlier, Zane Wall, the right-handed pitcher, to face the left-handed batter in Clemens here. A .340 average is more now because of the second game this afternoon. It was going to be his 62nd appearance at the plate. Stats are kind of iffy right now because the Warriors finished their second game that they couldn't get in last night before this game. The 1-0 finds the zone just outside there, a 1-1 count here. The outer portion of the plate. He found it, and here he deals the 1-1. Breaking ball finds the zone. Wall feeling it.
Yeah, hit the outside corner with a fastball first, and then came back with a nice off-speed curveball.
Next pitch misses. We talked about Wall, a 5.85 ERA. He's 1-1 on the season, his 7th appearance. He's allowed 30 hits, 35 runs. He's walked 22 at-bats and has 45 Ks. Popped up foul out of play for Clemens. He stays alive with 2-2. Wall. Breaking ball misses. But boy, does it break, Coach.
Yeah, just missed up there. He's putting it in a good spot, too, on the outside corner.
The full count. Clemens cuts, fouled off out of play. Stays alive. But Clemens, a 340 coming into this afternoon, a 459 on-base percentage, 360 slugging percentage, and an OPS of 819. He swings on the next offering, back to left field in front of the left fielder. He's going to dig for 2 here. He may go for 3. He is being told to go. Nope, he'll be told to stay.
Got a double on that one. The ball was, left fielder was in between on whether or not to come get it and just lost his footing out there. So, and the ball snuck by him.
But a sign of confidence for the Warriors. That's something that Coach Hendricks was talking about.
That's a great at-bat from your leadoff man. He saw 8 pitches, fouled a couple off, and then ends up with a base hit. And now the inning can get rolling for the heart of the order.
The tying run in scoring position, and this brings up Bryant Galbraith, the shortstop, steps in to face Zane Wall. Swings on the first offering, popped up high back to center field. And he will glove it.
Yeah, no tag there by the runner at second. Probably a good thing. Ball wasn't hit that well to center field.
Tegan Holly flashes the leather in center and gets out number 1. This will bring up Hutch Martin. We've talked about Hutch quite a bit over the last couple of years, and you wouldn't think he's just a sophomore as much as we've talked about him.
Yeah, we'll probably, as long as we still broadcast these games, I think we'll talk about him for the next couple as well.
Wall deals, popped up high in the infield.
This is going to be a tough play as nobody seemed to want it.
And I think it went he's saying it went foul there, hit the line potentially.
It landed in fair, and he's saying it bounced in. If it bounces foul, it doesn't matter where it lands at that point. But I think the third baseman hit it with his glove, which knocked it foul. And that's what.
So that'll bring Hutch Martin back here, and he's probably thinking, whew.
So, yeah, he got free life right there. And that was a weird play. It didn't land very far from the catcher. The pitcher just kind of looked at it, and the poor third baseman ran his butt off to get up there to it.
0-1 from Wall to Martin. Breaking ball stalled Hutch. And he turns around in disgust knowing it.
Yeah, that's a good breaking ball. So he shouldn't be too disgusted. Just be ready for it next time.
0-2. Ooh, misses up top. And Wall was asking Waringa, was it too high?
That was, again, a pretty good pitch.
And Waringa's saying, yeah, that's too high. So Zane's adjusting on his end, and he will deal the 1-2 with a runner in scoring position.
There, he got that curveball
Back
again.
to right field. Oh, it won't be gloved.
That's an error.
He had a good run on it, and this will bring the tying run across. Turning for 3 is Hutch Martin. So an E9 goes down. The right fielder, Bryce Robbins, had a good read on it, but he just couldn't glove it.
He did, and it was the same play that the Winamac left fielder made in the first inning. Looks like they had it right in their tracks, and then the ball just eludes them.
Shaping up to be a good matchup here between these two teams. You can kind of feel the energy between the rivals, as now this brings up the cleanup hitter, Cody Wheeler, with a runner on third, the go-ahead run. Wall deals. Misses up top.
And as always in any rivalry, you hear the chirping from the people sitting behind the fence on these close calls that aren't going their team's way. So that's a big part of a rivalry too.
Well, I'm sure as the coaches and the players, that kind of adds to the energy as well.
Oh, it sure does. It can the way the fans act during a game can completely change the way the game is played. There's no doubt.
Swings on the 2-0. It'll be a base hit, an RBI single. He will bring Hutch Martin home, and the Warriors take the lead 2-1. Good cut by Wheeler. So here comes Xavier Adriano. The last time we saw him, he had his first home run of the season.
Yeah, he had a pretty big day the last time. He was our player of the game and had something like 5 or 6 RBIs, a couple extra base hits. So
he comes in this afternoon, a .386 batting average. First pitch from Wall, misses outside, and a good track down there by the catcher, Tate Lehman, to keep it in front of him. Keeps Wheeler at first. But Adriano, a .591 on-base percentage, Coach. He gets on base.
Yeah, he does. He's a good-looking offensive player.
1-0. Finds the zone. I'll have to go back into the archive, but I want to say we saw Wall on the mound last year in this matchup. I don't think you were there for that game.
No, this is the first time I've seen West Central in several years.
Popped up foul. Almost tracked down, but the wind came into play.
I don't know if it's got to be the wind, the sky, something, because so far the only guy that's made a pop fly look routine is the West Central center fielder. Everything else has kind of been an adventure.
It will keep Adriano alive. Wall checks Wheeler at 1, kicks and deals. Dribbler foul.
Yeah, and usually when you give a good hitter a free out, usually bad things happen for you. So we'll see if Adriano can make him pay for that.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. And striking out is Xavier Adriano for out number 2.
Made a good pitch on him right there. Just went with, looked like a slider or a hard curveball. Just went up in the zone a little bit and threw it by him.
Well, here comes Will Malco, the multi-sport athlete himself. Left-handed hitter, steps in to face Wall. First pitch finds the zone. Malco, .296 on base percentage. He has a .217 batting average. Swings on the 0-1 and it fouls off out of play. Not a bad day here in Winamac. Overcast, cloudy skies, 69 degrees.
Beautiful night.
Rain was in the forecast, and you looked at it last night, over 65% chance, but we're going to get this game in.
Yeah, they backed all that off till tomorrow, so yeah, we should have no problems tonight.
The 0-2 fouled off. So Malco dialing in here, Wall trying to get rid of him. Next pitch. Couldn't get the breaking ball to find the outside corner. So now it's 1-2 to Will Malco. Grounder to 2, throws over to first for out number 3.
For the Warriors in the bottom of the first, they score
2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error.
And leave 1 on base.
As the score is 2-1, we'll take a break and come back. Top of the second on the way. The Warriors take the lead.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. We go to the top of the second. The battle for Pulaski County is on here, WKVI's Mitch Columby and sports analyst Kevin Hannon. So glad to be with you. So far, these two teams are battling, Coach.
Yeah, it's been... both the pitchers started out their innings looking sharp. Defense made an error on both sides, and, that led to the pitchers. And that's a hard thing for pitchers to get over, especially with younger pitchers. When the guys make a mistake behind you, you really got to be that much better.
Martin will deal the first pitch to the number 6. We'll see 6, 7, and 8 hitters. It's Izzy Williams, the left fielder. Cuts on one, and it fouls off down the left field line for an 0-1 count. Left-handed hitter Williams is to face Martin, the right-handed pitcher. He fouls the next one off, so now ahead of the count is Martin here. Williams, a .431 batting average on the season, his 61st appearance. Martin deals the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And it only took 3 pitches, and he will retire, Izzy Williams.
Yeah, went up in the strike zone there with a good fastball, and Izzy just couldn't catch up to it.
Now this brings up Maddox Gutwein, the second baseman, right-handed hitter. Gutwein, a .263 average, his 55th appearance on the season. He has a .481 on-base percentage. Martin deals, bunt shows. He pulls it. Misses outside for ball 1. Right to work. And little chin music. So 2-0 count, trying to back Gutwein off. Now we'll see if he'll go away. Nope, been at the hands again. He swings and misses for a 2-1 count.
Good, came right back in there. I don't think he liked Gutwein showing bunt on that first pitch there, so he showed him bunt this right in there at his hands. Same pitch.
Yeah. So dipping out of the way is Gutwein for a 3-1 count here. Martin's got him right where he thinks he wants him. He delivers.
Ooh.
Foul tip. It'll go full.
That fastball, he's got a lot of run on that fastball. When I say run, it moves. It starts out in the middle of the plate and then just bears in on that right-hander's hands, and it's just making hitting uncomfortable right now for Gutwein.
And that pitch stalls Gutwein and gets in the zone for strikeout number 2 here in the top of the second.
The kid just saw 3 fastballs riding in on his hands, and that one's just a couple inches more to the plate than that one. Just froze him. He couldn't do anything with it.
Well, here is Bryce Robbins, the right fielder. He takes the first pitch. It'll miss for ball 1. Robbins next pitch will find the zone and even up at 1-1.
Yeah, took a big cut there, about spun himself in a circle, so let's see if he can keep his feet set here on this next one.
Swing and a miss. And Robbins not even popping up on the stats here.
No, Robbins doesn't like the ball inside one bit.
A 1-2-3 inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. Hutch Martin dominates the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. We're going to take a break and come back. Bottom of the second on the way. The Warriors lead 2-1.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Bottom of the second, 2-1 the Warriors lead over the West Central Trojans. It's the battle for Pulaski County. Here on the baseball diamond in Winamac, Indiana, 69 degrees. And we will see starting off for the Warriors, I believe this will be Peyton Burke?
The DH, Peyton Burke, yes.
So we will see the 7, 8, 9 hitters starting with Peyton Burke, Liam Burton on deck, and Caden Runk in the hole.
Yeah, and you saw that in the top of that inning, what the difference was for Hutch Martin facing the top of the lineup, where he struggled a little bit. The guys were able to get some runners off of him, but there he dominated the bottom of the lineup.
First pitch offered from Zane Wall.
It's going to be a tough play right there.
And it will drop in. The second baseman tried to make a run on it.
Yeah, just one of those balls that about a foot into the grass behind the first baseman. Second baseman couldn't get there. Right fielder couldn't get there.
And it's a hit.
Yeah, it's a hit all the way.
Perfect placement. And Peyton Burke will get on. And here is Liam Burton, the left fielder. Wall to deal. Swung on, chopped to 3. Turning for 2. Not in time, but they do get the advancing runner at 2 for out number 1.
Yeah, it goes down as a fielder's choice for Burton.
So here's Caden Runk, the senior, a 106 average. Comes in today, a 283 on-base percentage. Wall checks on the runner at 1, and sliding in safe is Burton. Now he will deal the first pitch to Runk, the number 9 hitter. Popped up high in foul territory. The third baseman will glove it.
There, we made a play.
And that will be gloved by Connor Huber for out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order, it's Luke Clemens.
Doubled and scored back in the first.
Didn't get a chance to talk about him, but he's a 340 average coming into this afternoon. 459 on-base percentage. Wall deals. Grazes the outer portion of the plate. Close for strike 1. And Clemens will dig back in here. Wall to deal. Misses outside. He tried to find the same placement there, Coach.
Good for him. Yeah, if you get that called the first pitch, why not? Go even further outside. See where that limit is.
1-1. Foul tip hits the fence. Wall, the 1-2. Foul tip. Clemens not going down easy.
No, and that was a pretty good breaking ball there by Zane Wall, and was able to just get a piece and foul it back.
Checks Burton at 1, deals the 1-2. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on here in the bottom of the second. The Warriors lead 2-1, and Zane Wall to deal.
There's a
sliding in safe, taking 2 is Burton. It was bobbled.
Yeah, good baseball play by Burton right there. He just got his regular secondary lead. Was just watching the pitch. Pitches in the dirt. More times than not, you're going to be safe. So just advanced on a good dirt ball read there.
He will end up walking Luke Clemens. So 2 on, 1 in scoring position here, and we will see Bryant Galbraith for the second time today.
Yeah, he hit a fly ball to the center fielder back in the first.
Wall, the next offering. Low into the dirt. The story it's been the last several years is the head coach is always talking about the pitch count, keeping an eye on their pitchers and knowing how many they pitched because they may need him down the road. But, you know, in a game like this, sectionals start next week. Like you kind of mentioned, you may not go with your number 1 pitcher in a game like this.
It all depends when you play next. If you don't play for a week, play 4 or 5 days, yeah, they can throw today and they can throw as many as they want. The pitch count now is almost irrelevant. The top of it becomes relevant when you get into sectional because you want your kids can throw 120 pitches now at this point in the season, whereas in April it's a little different.
Sure.
The weather's different. The arms are not quite ready to go yet. But now the pitch count is really only irrelevant when it comes into your 120 pitches and when a kid can come back for his next start and when you have to take him out.
1-2 to Galbraith, stalls him, and he will go down looking. So 2 on, left stranded. No runs, 1 hit,
No runs on 1 hit.
and
No West Central errors,
1
and
error.
2 on base.
No errors.
No errors.
Winamac 2, West Central 1.
2-1's the score. We're going to take a break. Rolling right along here, top of the third on the way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Hello there. Is this that First Choice Ag Service place? I'm needing something done on my tractor.
Oh, no, sir. I'm sorry. This is First Choice Insurance.
Well, can you fix my tractor, too?
We insure all types and sizes of farms. We represent many companies who offer all the coverages a farmer may need.
Well, we might need to talk. Had a little issue with the tractor. Might need some coverage.
Phone us in North Judson at 896-3482 or in Knox at 772-5370.
High school sports in Indiana thrives because of our dedicated IHSAA officials. These men and women ensure fair play, safety, and the integrity of every game. From Friday night football to basketball tournaments through baseball and softball seasons, without them, there are no contests, no rivalries, no memories for our student athletes. We appreciate our IHSAA officials. You make it all possible. Top of the third we go. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. We start with the number 9 hitter for the Trojans, Isaac Warner, first time today.
You know, and I wonder if he's I was looking at the coaches list for West Central, and I saw Brad Warner on there, former coach at North Judson. So I wonder if this is his young man here in the 9 hole.
Warner, the right-handed hitter, will step in to face Hutch Martin, who had a 1-2-3 inning his last appearance, or his last, the top of the second there.
Yeah, top of the second, threw 13 pitches and struck out the side.
He'll get a slicer right up the middle. A 1-0 count right up the middle.
Yeah, just got a fastball right down the middle and hit it right back where it came from. Line shot right back up the middle.
We go back to the top of the lineup now. Connor Huber, and that's another thing coaches have talked about. If we can get somebody that can get on base in the 9-hole.
The 9-hitter is so valuable, and we saw that the last time we were down here with Will Malco hitting in that spot. But, yeah, if you can get your lineup rolling at the bottom, then obviously your better hitters are going to be at the top, so you have more big innings that way.
First one's fouled off out of play for Huber.
Huber grounded out back in the first. Grounded to the second baseman.
He's a .493 average. He'll check Warner at 1. Martin will. And sliding in safe.
We'll see what kind of baseball West Central wants to play here. Hear Coach shouting out the number signals down the line, and whether they want to run, be aggressive, whether they want to bunt, play a little small baseball. And looks like they're trying to get the runner moving as they had a hit and run on that play.
He'll foul it off, so now it's an 0-2 count. Behind the count is Huber here. Huber, he has an on-base percentage of .556. He'll foul this one off over our heads. Takes the sign from head coach David Allen. They'll check on Warner again. He slides in safe. Have to get the OxyClean out for that one.
Yeah, at least they're not white pants.
Grounded to second. Turning for 2. They won't get first, but they will get Warner advancing. Warner advancing to 2 for out number 1.
Yeah, fielder's choice there for Huber. That'll bring up Tegan Holly, who lined out to the second baseman back in the first.
He's checking.
Ooh, that was close. Pitcher, very good move there. Put the throw right on the money, and if I had money bet on it, I would say Huber's looking to steal second base here.
He is taking 2. Grounder to first. It gets past the diving first baseman. Advancing to 3 is Huber, and the tying run will be 90 feet away.
Yeah, I don't know if the hit and run was on or not, but you saw there, Holly you got the infielders moving because of the runner stealing and just hit a ground ball there past the diving first baseman. So now they're in good position here, first and third with 1 out.
Here's Tate Lehman for his second time.
Yeah, Lehman reached on an error by the left fielder his first at bat.
Martin deals, runners in the corners. First pitch will miss.
Hutch needs a strikeout right here is what he needs.
Foul tip. Bounces over the head of Xavier Adriano. On deck is Zane Wall. 1-1 count here with 1 out. Top of the third. Trojans trying to tie this thing up here. There goes the runner to take 2. It'll be a base hit, an RBI single. Brings the tying run across, and advancing to 3, sliding in safe, is Tegan Holly. So that'll tie this thing up at 2 apiece here.
Yeah, and again, runner was in motion, and batter hits the ball hard past the diving third baseman. So they're just putting the ball in play, hitting it hard, and good things are happening for them right now.
Is that the third hit? Or third hit?
Third hit of the inning, yes. And that brings up Zane Wall, who had an RBI single.
Takes the first pitch up top for ball 1. Big moment here for Zane Wall. He has 22 RBIs, that one that Coach just mentioned, so that's 22 on the season. Trying to get 23 here with the go-ahead run at 3. He'll take the next pitch, called strike. Martin, the 1-1. Outside, there goes the courtesy runner to take 2.
Oh.
It'll get past the second baseman, and the go-ahead run will cross. And advancing to 3 is the courtesy runner.
Yeah, they just Winamac had a play defensively there where they were going to throw it. Instead of throwing to the base, they were going to throw it to the second baseman, and just an errant throw by Adriano. Just neither the second baseman or the shortstop could flag it down.
Next pitch outside. 2-1 count here to Zane Wall now. Finds the zone, evens up, 2-2. Or no, this is full count, excuse me, 3-2. That pitch out they threw to 2 was a ball. And here's a chopper that will go foul. Grounded to third. Wheeler throws home.
Oh.
They will tag.
Ooh, nice play. Nice pick there. Hard shot to the third baseman. He came home made the right play, right to him, threw to Adriano, but threw it in the dirt, and Adriano was able to scoop it with that catcher's glove and get the tag on him. So fortunate there to get that out at the plate.
And that was Braden Gutwine, who was the courtesy runner coming home, and Wheeler decides, let's get this before we get another run on the board on us. And I heard you kind of say, oh no, what were you kind of thinking in that moment?
Well, I wasn't sure. It was a really good play by him, because if you're going to the plate, you got to be decisive and make that play right away, and he did, and made not a bad throw, but Adriano really helped him there.
And that was Braylon Gutwine. My apologies, not Braden. Braylon Gutwine, the courtesy runner. The first pitch offered, a strike called to Hayden Johns. He'll pop this one up back to left field. Diving catch.
Nope.
Oh, it'll hit the ground, and being told to stop at 3.
Heck of an
Randolph.
effort, but just didn't have the glove under it. Got it on the short hop.
Another courtesy runner here, Randolph. We saw this earlier when they were up to bat. The Trojans were. Brody Randolph at 3.
So Wall reached on a fielder's choice. He's now at third. Hayden Johns base hit to left center, and so they have first and third here with 2 outs.
And you're calling that a hit?
Yes, that's a hit all the way.
Martin deals. Popped up, foul out of play. This is Izzy Williams for his second time.
Yeah, struck out back in the second.
.431 average on the season. He has 13 runs batted in, hoping to add to that here with the courtesy runner Brody Randolph at 3. 3-2, the Trojans take back the lead here in the top of the third. Right now, a back-and-forth affair here between these two rivals. 0-1 from Martin. Ooh, check swing. He's saying it foul. Yeah, he went more than halfway.
Yeah.
So 0-2 count here. Foul tip. Staying alive. Two outs. Martin trying to get out of this here. Grounder right past Wheeler at 3. It'll bring 1 run home. Digging for 3, sliding in.
Oh, and he's out.
And he is
Great
called
play there.
out.
9-5 put out right there to get him at third. But the run did score.
For West Central,
So that's 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error? Or 2?
Error and leave 1 on base.
Yeah, 1. So 3 runs on 4
3
hits and 1 error sees the Trojans take a 2-run lead, 4-2. It's the battle for Pulaski County here on WKVI, bottom of the 3rd on the way.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. McGrath Refrigeration, voted Stark County's favorite heating and air conditioning dealer, is your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call today, 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
We welcome you back here to Winamac, Indiana, the battle for Pulaski County between the Winamac Warriors and the West Central Trojans. Joined by our sports analyst, Kevin Hannon. Turned out to be a big-time top of the 3rd for the Trojans, Coach.
Yeah, they had 5 hits in the inning and just did it by putting the ball in play. They hit the ball in the right spots. They had just eluded fielders, like all 3 of the hits that come back. You know, one was past a diving third baseman, one was past a reaching third baseman, and one was past a diving first baseman. So they're just hitting the ball in the right places, being aggressive on the bases, and good things will happen when you do those things.
We will see the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Warriors, starting with Hutch Martin to face Zane Wall for the 2nd time today.
And Hutch reached on an error and scored a run back in the 1st.
He takes the first offering from Wall inside, ball called, and Wall right to work with the 1-0. Fouled off. The way this game's going, been trading blows here.
Yeah.
1-1. Finds the zone in the outside lower corner. Wall is finding his rhythm here in this game.
He is. He's doing a nice job so far. Been in the strike zone, changing speeds, got a couple different pitches he's throwing for strikes, and you can do that in high school baseball. You're gonna keep your team in most games.
And now Waringa is going out and having a word with Wall here.
Probably talking to him about hesitating, if I had to guess.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see the umpires that, you know, we've all coached. And you get an umpire that goes to, that used to annoy me as a coach. Let me coach my team, and you tell me what I need to tell him. I don't need you taking it into your own hands. But so that's what's going on there. He's coming close to balking.
Which we've talked about before is all to interpretation.
It is. And usually it's not an
Your
issue.
balk may be different
and
from my
usually
balk.
you don't even worry about it when there's nobody on base anyway. So I don't know. He could have been talking about something completely different, but
1-2. Grounder goes foul again. So Martin really battling here with Wall. One, two. We talked to a coach last year, I think, on the Saturday show. I forget which coach it was, but he said the balk was called because just the little wiggle of his arm in the glove.
Yeah,
the official didn't like.
Any interpretation that you're trying to deceive a runner, and they can call it.
The 2-2 misses outside, so Zane Wall will be a full count here to Hutch Martin. That's got to be frustrating to not have a definitive, you know. He will end up walking Hutch Martin.
And usually what a balk turns into is something you don't normally do. So you see a kid that maybe hasn't pitched as often. You know, the guys that have pitched their whole life, you get up into juniors and seniors, they have they can go through the same sequence on the mound every pitch. which is guys that are freshmen, sophomores, maybe haven't pitched a whole lot. They're going to, the interpretation by the umpire is completely different because they're doing something different every pitch. May not be a balk, but it's just something that surprises you.
He'll check Martin at 1, Wall will, as he was walked, and now he'll check again. Sliding in safe is Martin.
Cody Wheeler, second at bat. He singled and drove in a run back in the first.
Wall, his first offering to Wheeler. Finds the zone on the outside corner. And he's been liking that spot.
Yeah, and Wall has done a good job of putting it there on the edges and letting it work for him.
0-1. Low in the dirt, gets past Lehman. That'll advance Martin to 2. So now he's in scoring position. And the tying run, Wheeler in the box. One from Wall to Wheeler. In the dirt again. This time Lehman stayed in front of it.
Yeah, good job there. You don't want you want to try to keep that runner at second base if at all possible, so he doesn't score on a fly ball.
Bottom of the third here. 3-1 count. Wall deals. Breaking ball stalled Wheeler, and it's now full.
That was a good one. He was bouncing fastballs and decided 3-1 to throw that curveball and threw a nasty one there.
Does it again. Swing and a miss. Wheeler goes down, striking out for out number 1 here. And this will bring up Xavier Adriano.
He struck out back in the first inning.
Right-handed hitter will step in. First pitch from Wall. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Adriano, a .386 average, has 18 RBIs coming into this afternoon. On-base percentage of .591. Wall the 0-1. Ooh. He tried the breaking ball again, and this time it misses.
He likes his curveball out there, and he's just missing when he doesn't get the call.
One. Low and away. Lehman will track it down.
Now he can't. He's kind of found the curveball, and he can't throw the fastball anywhere but in the dirt. So we'll see how the Winamac hitters adjust to that.
Next pitch popped up foul over our heads, out of play. Xavier Adriano does not want to go down here.
No, he had a good pitch to hit right there, and he just fouled it back, just missed it. Zane Wall's probably lucky he got away with that one. Up about belt high on the inner half, and Adriano just missed it.
This one he'll foul off. Misjudged the timing on that one.
Yeah, it went to another good curveball down in the zone, and just good job by Adriano just to foul it off.
Two.
There's a good one.
Stalled Xavier Adriano, and he goes down looking. Another strikeout for Zane Wall, the second out here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, and that curveball, I don't even think if Adriano swings at it, he's going to hit it. It's perfectly placed on the outside corner that time and just froze him.
So now here's Will Malco for the second time today.
Grounded out back in the first.
First pitch offered, and at the hand, swung on.
Oh.
Grounder gets past the first baseman, being told to go home is Hutch Martin. And he will score. How you going there?
I'm going error, yes. I know it took a little bit of a hop, but the first baseman really didn't come and get the baseball. He kind of sat back on it and allowed it to take that extra hop.
So that'll put Malco at 1. Warriors bring a run across. It's now 4-3, the Trojans lead. And we see Peyton Burke, the designated hitter, the second time.
Yeah, so that goes no RBI there for Malco.
There goes Malco to take 2. Lehman throws down the
Ooh,
tag.
wow.
Got him. Out number 3.
That's impressive right there. Catcher's got a quick release and put the throw right on the money to get him.
No runs, no hits, 1 error. We're going to take a break, come back. Top of the 4th on the way. The Trojans lead the Warriors here in this cross-county battle.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
L&D Farms is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. They are no stranger to hard work and dedication. They recognize the structure and discipline that goes into playing sports and being part of a team. L&D Farms wishes all local teams good luck this season. We thank L&D Farms for being part of this wonderful tradition. We go to the top of the 4th where the West Central Trojans are taking on their cross-county rival, the Winamac Warriors, leading 4-3. We will start with the Trojans, number 31, 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Trojans up, starting with Maddox Gutwine.
Yeah, Gutwine struck out back in the second. So we'll see a pretty tough inning last time for Hutch Martin. It'd be important for him to bounce back and get a quick one here.
First pitch outside, ball called.
And you can just tell that, see, this is the second start we've seen Hutch Martin throw. Today he just isn't feeling comfortable. His stuff just doesn't look natural today like it did the last time. And that's baseball, that's pitchers. You go out there and, you aren't going to throw your best maybe 3 or 4 times a year. The rest of them, you just got to battle and get through it. And he's battling and trying to get through it right now.
And the next 2 pitches will miss, so now he's behind the count 3-0 here in a good spot for Maddox Gutwine. A .263 average at the plate Gutwine is. He'll take ball 4 and his base.
And not to take anything away from the Trojans, they're making him feel uncomfortable too because they've hit the ball and he might be trying to be a little too sharp.
Sure.
Trying to get the swing and miss. But they're offensively, they're really making him uncomfortable out there.
Bunt shown, pulled late, strike called. This is Bryce Robbins' second appearance today. 1 on, nobody out, 0-1 count. Martin to deal. Swing and a miss. Well, I think he got a piece of it. I heard a little bit of something. But that still will be strike 2 here. Martin trying to get this out here. The 0-2. Ooh, found the zone and swinging late was Robbins for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Dropped down a little bit sidearm through that curveball, and it just really had some break to the outside corner. Just no chance for the hitter there.
Now we see Isaac Warner the second time today.
Isaac reached on a single back in the third inning.
First pitch misses. Here's the 1-0. Ducking out of the way is Warner. 2-0 count. Martin. Popped up high by Warner. And the shortstop will flash the leather for out number 2.
Little snow cone there, and for those of you that may not know what that is, one-handed at routine pop-up. There was never a doubt it was coming out, but when he squeezed it, the ball found the end of his glove there, and could have been an embarrassing situation, but he was able to secure it.
Good play there by Bryant Galbraith. Checking the runner at 1 is Martin. Sliding in safe are the Trojans. And now at the dish, Connor Huber.
Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the third, grounded out in the first.
Already going through the lineup for a third time, the Trojans are. 1-0. Popped up back to right field. It'll be a blooper. Base hit and advancing to 3.
Yep, good base running there by Maddox Gutwein, going first to third on a base hit to right. So now they're back in business with 2 outs.
Here comes Tegan Holly, the sophomore, 400 average, 28 RBIs.
Lined out to second in the first and singled and scored in the third.
He has a 500 on-base percentage, the lefty does. And he'll step up in those MJs. 2 outs. Martin deals. There goes to take 2. It'll be a wild pitch getting past Xavier Adriano, and bringing a run home is Maddox Gutwein.
And Huber ends up going first to third on the ball to the backstop.
So an unfortunate situation there. It gets past Xavier Adriano. Not necessarily a wild pitch. Just kind of was, got past the glove of Xavier.
Goes down as a wild pitch, but yeah. Ball that probably should have, Xavier, and he'll tell you he should have caught it or blocked it.
Grounded to second, throws over to first for the third out. But run on no hits.
1 run on no hits.
And no errors.
1 hit, I'm sorry, one hit. 1
run, 1 hit, no errors.
1 run on 1 hit, no Winamac errors.
As that will be the end of the fourth, 5-3, or top of the fourth. As the score is 5-3, the Trojans keep that 2-run lead. We'll take a break and come back. Bottom of the fourth, we'll see what the Warriors have after this. Since 2012, All Grain Transport has proudly served our area farmers. What started with Adam, his wife Lindsay, their oldest son Leland, and 1 truck, All Grain Transport has grown into 11 trucks strong and a family of 5 L's. All Grain Transport specializes in efficient grain hauling during harvest, and with on-site storage, customers can harvest faster and market their grain long after the season ends. From grain to a variety of ag needs, All Grain really can transport it all. All Grain Transport is proud to help continue the tradition here on WKVI Sports, so call them at 574-225-6131. That's All Grain Transport. Family driven, community strong, and built to haul it all. We always remind you to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central. You can catch local news as well in your area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News reporters Rusty Nixon and Becca Shepard. You can catch their stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Bottom of the fourth we go. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. The battle for Pulaski County is on. The Trojans lead the Warriors 5-3. We'll see the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Warriors, starting with Peyton Burke.
Burke singled back in the second inning.
Right-handed hitter. Zane Wall on the mound doing a very good job, really, Coach.
He is. He's gave up 3 runs, but none of those 3 have been earned. And just keeping his team in the game right now.
First pitch offered's fouled off out of play. Almost tracked down by the right fielder, though, Bryce Robbins, but he didn't get there in time. It's actually quite a bit of space in foul territory here.
There
in
is.
Winamac.
There's a lot of foul territory here.
0-1 from Wall. Breaking ball misses. Evens up at 1-1. If you're the Warriors, it'd be nice to get on board here.
Yeah.
Grounded a short. 6-3, and it'll be out. Number 1. He came off the bag to grab it, but he tagged Burke, the first baseman.
Yeah, routine ground ball to short. Actually, nice little hop right up to him to short, and he kind of got a little cute with the throw, kind of pumped it once and then threw it over and about cost him an error as he threw it off the base, but good play by the first baseman to go get it and make the tag.
Yeah, Hayden John stayed with it. And now we see Liam Burton, the left fielder, take the first offering for a called strike.
Zane Wall's kind of settling into a nice rhythm here in the middle innings.
Burton will pop this one. Deep in the hole is second baseman, and he will come up without number 2, Maddox Gutwine.
Another fly ball, but he was able to squeeze that one. Didn't make it look routine out there, but it's all the same. It's out number 2.
And here's Caden Runk, the right-handed hitter. With 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 4th, the Warriors trying to get someone on board.
Yeah, he flied out to the third baseman in his last at bat.
First pitch, swing and a miss. Big cut, and Wall, you're right, Coach. He's in a zone right now.
He is. He's feeling very confident. He's throwing a couple different pitches for strikes, and just you can tell the body language is just shows that he's comfortable.
Protecting this 2-run lead are the Trojans. Here's the 1-1 from Wall. In the dirt. 2-1. Lehman's had his work cut out for him on some of these pitches as well.
You usually, when you're having to block pitches, usually you're blocking breaking pitches that aren't thrown as hard, but he's having to block fastballs, and that'll wear a guy out back there.
Called strike. 2-2 here, and Wall not wasting any time. Swing and a miss. 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 4th. The Trojans, flexing their muscles, will take a break and come back. 5-3, the Trojans lead. Don't go anywhere. Top of the 5th on the way.
Are you tired of slow speeds, rising bills, or internet that struggles when everyone's online? Then now is the time to make the switch to Surf Internet. Here's why Aaron switched.
Competitive prices, no contracts, reliable service, and nice people to work with.
Switch today so you can experience the Surf difference. Fiber internet plans start at just $30 a month with AutoPay, plus free installation and no contracts. Visit surfinternet.com today. Restrictions apply. Not all speeds available in all areas.
Back here in Winamac, Indiana at Winamac Baseball Field, Warrior Baseball Field. Here on WKVI, the West Central Trojans leading their cross-county rival 5-3 as we go to the top of the 5th. Don't want to get ahead of yourself, but if you're the Trojans, I'm sure you feel pretty good here, up by 2 in the top of the 5th.
Absolutely, and like we said, their pitchers in Zane Wall's gotten in a nice rhythm here, and but as these guys are getting, West Central's working on their 3rd time seeing Hutch Martin, and Winamac's about ready to see Zane Wall for the 3rd time, and that makes a big difference in a game. The kids get more comfortable the more at-bats you see off the pitcher.
3, 4, and 5 hitters is what we'll see, guaranteed. Here in the top of the 5th, we start with Tate Lehman in the box.
Lehman singled, stole a base, knocked in a run in the 3rd inning, and he reached on an error and scored a run in the 1st inning.
Took the first offering for a ball. The next one called strike, and here's the 1-1 from Hutch Martin still on the mound. Misses outside. Two 2-1. Right back to Martin. Underhand throw to first for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play, nice reaction right there. Easy little one-hopper and made the play, flips to first, so maybe that'll get him settled down here. Always nice to get out number 1 to be an easy one to start an inning.
This will bring up Hayden Johns. Zane Wall,
yeah.
Thank you. Grounded to short. Throws over to first. Out number 2.
Yeah, I could even, before I could even tell you what happened, but Zane Wall had singled and reached on a fielder's choice. Now he's grounded out to short.
Galbraith got it over to Luke Clemens, and now we will see Hayden Johns with 2 outs. Warriors, quick work here in the top of the 5th.
RBI ground out for Johns and then a single back in the 3rd. It'd be nice for Hutch to get this out and get Winamac right back in the dugout here. Get some momentum going on the Maroon side.
Finds the zone on the 1-0. One 1. Low and away. Good showing from Trojan and Warrior Nations for this battle between these two teams. You see the sweatshirts out. They don't like this 67 degrees, Coach.
I don't either.
Grounded to first. He'll tag the bag. 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the 5th. Rolling right along. 5-3, the Trojans lead the Warriors. We'll take a break and come back. Bottom of the 5th is on the way.
LAP Waste can offer services for trash removal, large or small. Here's Kirby Anderson.
We do offer front load service in 2, 4, 6, and 8 yard dumpsters for front loads. And we also do a lot of roll off in 12s, 15s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and we even got quite a few packers at job sites that are permanent places to where they need to dispose of a lot of trash.
Here's Honey Lamer.
Just give us a call at 574-542-4019 and we'll get you all set up.
And we welcome you back here to Warrior Baseball Field. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. Talking a little MLB here, Coach. Your Mets are looking pretty good.
They're playing better. I wouldn't, no part of the word good would I use with a team that's 6 games under 500 in the end of May. But, you're talking about your Cubbies, too.
Yeah.
And, they're
a little disappointed
fighting the injury bug. Their pitching staff's a little banged up. And I don't know. We'll see how quickly they can recover from that and maybe get some help from the youngsters and the minors and see what happens.
Well, first up for the Warriors here, we'll start with the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Luke Clemens in the box for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, this is a kind of a crucial inning for Winamac. Top of the order, 3rd time through the lineup. They need to really get at least scratch out 1-2, make this get this a little closer. I know it's only a 2-run lead, but momentum, just keep things going.
Wall, the 1-1 will miss outside for a 2-1 count here. Wall Ooh, he loves that breaking ball. Strike called. It evens up at 2-2 here.
Yeah, he does, and it's a good one. There's no doubt about it.
Next offering. Swung on. Protecting Clemens is. It'll foul off out of play. I always like to keep my eye on the Reds, too. You know, I grew up down there in central Indiana, so they're kind of like the other team I keep an eye on.
Okay.
Grounded to third, throws over to first, got the out. Connor Huber slings it over to Hayden Johns for out number 1.
Yeah, that kid, Connor Huber, good-looking player.
Just an all-around athlete.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Am I reading that right?
Yes, you're right.
I always got to wonder when I see a mustache on a kid.
Yeah, they started in kindergarten a year late. A year too late.
No offense, Mr. and Mrs. Huber, if you're listening out there.
Let's hold him back one more year. Let's start kindergarten next year. Always felt that about the kids that
he doesn't look like any of the sophomores I coached at Knox. Most of those kids didn't even have hair under their arms yet.
Well, he started quarterback his freshman year.
Yeah.
You know, and he's in the starting lineup on the basketball team, so he's just one of those guys.
Well, his athleticism really shows out here and his hustle.
1-2 to here. It's Bryant Galbraith in the box. Breaking ball up top. Two. Misses up and away. And that's kind of what Coach Hendricks was talking about. He said the development that the Trojans have coming from the younger, the middle school teams, he said they're going to be good for the next several years.
Sure.
He will end up walking Bryant Galbraith. But he said that's just a testament to the coaching staff. He said Coach Allen has been able to get former players for West Central that are really invested into the program, and he said it's nothing against what we're doing here at Winamac. It's showing that the Trojans really are putting the work in for baseball.
Absolutely, and I know West Central has got this group. I mean, they've been better on the football field, they've been better on the basketball court, and like you said, the future looks good.
First pitch misses to Hutch Martin, third time today. He is in the box. He'll take the next pitch, called strike for a 1-2 count here. So Martin trying to protect here. An 0-2 count. Interesting. There goes the runner to take 2. They throw down, not in time. Sliding in safe is Bryant Galbraith.
Yeah, stolen base there for Galbraith.
And he's in scoring position now, and Martin, is licking his chops.
This turned into a huge at bat for Hutch right here to get that runner home with 1 out.
1-2. Breaking ball stalls Martin, but it's too high. Ball 2. That was close.
Yeah, it was real close.
Martin calls time. I kind of like that. Reset on my time. And he'll step back in here, and Wall deals the 2-2. Chopper. Huber attacks, throws to 1. He'll get the second out, but Galbraith will advance to 3.
So that sets up a huge at-bat here for Cody Wheeler. He RBI single in the first, struck out in the third. He's got a runner at third with 2 outs. Big spot.
Wall, first offering to Wheeler. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Always remember his older brother that graduated a year or 2 ago. Forget his first name. Wheeler. Didn't he have an older brother? Wyatt Wheeler. Yeah, I remember him. Couple of big kids. 1-1 here from Wall to Cody Wheeler. Ooh, breaking ball. It just looks like an arc.
Yeah, it's
like a 3-point shot.
It's a good one. There haven't been. I mean, it's a good one. There haven't been a good swing on it yet. If they have been able to swing.
Swings on the 2-1 and misses for strike 2 here.
What do you want to bet? Curveball?
Well, I'm not a betting man.
Okay.
He did it, though. He called it. You called it, Coach. He stalls Wheeler with the breaking ball, and that will be strikeout.
I'm not a betting man either, by the way.
You got to say that on the radio. We'll take a break and come back. No runs, no hits, no errors there in the bottom of the 5th.
We're heading to 6 right now.
We'll take a break and come back. It's been a stalemate since the top of the 4th, since we've seen a hit and a run cross, so we'll see what happens here in the top of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
There's a trend happening around the educational world. More and more high school graduates are attending smaller community colleges to start their educational journey. At Marian University's Ancilla College, we welcome students from all walks of life. The opportunities at Marian University are endless, from living on campus to being a collegiate student-athlete. From day one, your professors will help you create a plan for a success at Marian and beyond. Find out more about Marian University's Ancilla College through our website at marian.edu/Ancilla today.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local sports. Steve and Donna love being members of the community and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home, right here in Stark County. Whether you're buying, selling, or relocating, call Osborne Advantage Real Estate today at 574-896-2567 for guidance and instant support.
We start with Izzy Williams for the West Central Trojans, left-handed hitter to face Hutch Martin here in the top of the 6th. The Trojans lead 5-3 here on WKVI. We're so glad you joined us to tune in for the Battle of Pulaski County.
Izzy so far has an RBI single and struck out in the 2nd.
Martin deals the 1-0 up top, ball 2.
Yeah, no work so far for the bullpen for Winamac. Just looking down that way, all's quiet.
Fouled off out of play. Martin, 2-1 to Williams. Finds the zone. The outside corner.
The way outside corner.
That one will make the count full now, as that one was outside. Or 3-1 count, excuse me. No, 3-2.
I thought that was ball 4. Was that a...
He called that weird one a strike.
Well, I know that, but I thought that was the only strike. I don't know where strike 2 came into play here.
He'll foul the full count off.
All right, now we know for sure.
For sure,
this is
it's
full
foul,
count.
full count. I always like the umpires that make sure you know.
I agree.
Between each pitch.
I agree, because some of us have short attention spans, or we get caught messing with our scorebook that we screwed up the inning before.
Here's the payoff from Martin to Williams. Grounder.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful placement.
It's the story of the game so far right there, just putting the bat on the ball and it finding holes. That's the 9th hit. 9th hit for West Central today.
Right between short and third. So here comes Maddox Gutwein for the third time.
Struck out in the second, walked and scored in the fourth.
Checks the runner at 1. He was kind of a half slide. He just fell to his knees there and touched the bag.
Yeah, he doesn't have a real big lead over there.
Bunt shown, popped up high in foul territory. Xavier Adriano will track it down for out number 1. They tried small ball there, but that didn't get the contact he wanted.
No, just bunted under it. Easy play for Adriano. Wouldn't be surprised if they try the same thing or at least get the runner moving.
This is Bryce Robbins, a right-handed hitter, third time today.
Try to manufacture something with the bottom of the order.
Yep, you're exactly right. He tried to show bunt, then he pulls it late for ball 1. And you hear the numbers. Head coach David Allen is yelling, and those are translating to tell them what he wants them to do.
Yeah, he's got the there's another bunt, another pop-up to Adriano.
He caught it with his bare hand. He didn't even use his glove, Coach.
I know. I don't like to play as a baseball player, but as a baseball coach. But more power to you.
He was just a soft little.
He'll make Sports Center that way.
What a play by Xavier Adriano behind the dish. With 2 outs here, they've got a runner on 1, the Trojans do, and now here's the number 9 hitter, Isaac Warner.
Going back to your thought on the coach yelling out the signs and numbers, these kids each have a wristband on, and coach is yelling out a sequence of 3 numbers usually. Kid just looks at his wristband and can see exactly what the sign is. Coach has the master copy probably in his hoodie pocket down there. But it's just a quick, easy way to give signs.
A 2-0 finds the zone for a 2-1 count here to Warner. Third time today in the box. Martin.
And Hutch is going to get out of this.
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Is the top of the 6. Keeps the score 5-3. We'll take a break and come back for the bottom of the 6th. The Warriors need to get something going here. We'll see if they can after this.
Frayne Mortuary in Winamac is family-owned and operated with 3 locations serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. Frayne Mortuary has provided our community with caring and compassionate service for loved ones. Our licensed staff is available to assist you with pre-need funeral planning and at-need funeral planning. We provide traditional burial and cremation services. We offer a full line of headstones and monuments at Frayne Mortuary in Winamac. It's our family serving your family.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Bottom of the 6th we go. Zane Wall still on the mound, Coach, and you kind of mentioned something in the break. They could very well, the Trojans could try to shut this down in the 7th by bringing in their ace.
They could. Zane Walls put them in a position to do a lot of different things maybe they weren't expecting to do. And, right now, though, the question is, Winamac hasn't gotten good swings off of Zane Walls. So as long as he's out there, dealing, there's no sense in making a change right now.
Yeah, leading the team in ERA is the sophomore Tegan Holly with a 1.96 ERA. You mentioned Connor Huber at third. He could come in and pitch. He's 2 for 2 on the season, 5.56 ERA. And he has appeared the most out of all these Trojans, Connor Huber has.
Okay.
So we could either see Huber, Holly. They've seen Tate Lehman.
Right now the game lays out pretty nice for the starting pitcher Zane Wall as he's down in the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters here. If he can get quick outs, he might not have to go through the heart of the order again for Winamac.
2-1 to Xavier Adriano, ripped it down the left field line. It'll go foul, but he's had a rough day at the dish.
He has. Just hadn't looked comfortable 2 strikeouts to show for it. And I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be a naysayer here, but I'm struggling to see like that foul ball. It's sneaky dark out here right now. Not unsafe by any means, but
right. But the way the ball blends in,
it's not ideal.
So now it's a full count here for Zane Wall to Xavier Adriano. He digs back in, breaking ball swung on, fouled off out of play. He's fighting here, trying to get something going.
Yeah, Adriano just needs to choke up, bear down, anything you can do to get on base, and he did.
Big hit to left field. Turning for 2 is Xavier Adriano, and he'll stand in for a double.
And that's a good start for the Warriors here in the 6th.
He did not want to go 0 for 3 today.
No, he got a good swing on that line shot down the third base line.
So this will bring up Will Malco for the 3rd time today.
And now we got Winamac. We got operations in the bullpen. Number 12 down there warming up.
Which is Bryant Galbraith. Bunt shown from Malco. He did not pull it. Strike called. He did not get contact.
No, he offered on that.
0-1 here from Zane Wall. Up by 2 are the Trojans, 5-3. Wall.
Oh, that should move Adriano if
he threw to get he he turned to throw to 2, and it hits Xavier Adriano in the helmet.
He threw the pick, trying to throw it to the shortstop to throw behind Adriano. Bounced off Adriano's helmet, went out behind into right field behind the second baseman. And I don't know if Adriano was dazed. He didn't make any attempt to look to find the ball to try to get to third. I'm not sure he would have made it anyway. It didn't bounce that far away. But still, just a weird play.
1-1 to Malco. Swings on it. Popped.
Going to be foul. Heck of an effort by the left fielder, man. These West Central kids.
Izzy Williams.
They bust it. He was going hard.
He was. And now here's a mound visit between Lehman and Wall. Kind of going over what they want to do here, attacking Will Malco here.
Boy, that's really moved. The left fielder is playing about as close to the foul line as I've ever seen now. You could, good pitch.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. Malco goes down.
No, obviously they went to figure out what pitch they wanted to throw, and they decided on that, whether it was a changeup, but it was really a slow off-speed pitch, and Malco just couldn't reach out and get it.
Here's Peyton Burke, 3rd time today. Calls time.
Grounded out twice. Take that back. Singled in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th.
Swings on the pitch. Popped up high back to right field. And it won't be gloved. This will advance Adriano to 3, and he's being told to hold.
Goes as a single.
Close play by the right fielder, but he just couldn't get there in time. So a base knock there for Peyton Burke. We'll see Liam Burton here for the 3rd time.
Yeah, fielder's choice in the 2nd, flight out to the second baseman in the 4th.
I love the bat boy here at Winamac.
Exactly.
He's got to be under 5 years old. He's just a little boy, runs out there and gets the bat. He deals to Burton. Wall does, and a called strike here. Runners in the corners. Tying run on first.
Big spot here for both teams. This is the situation for the ball game right here.
Low. The Warriors were warming up Bryant Galbraith, nothing in the bullpen for the Trojans. They're sticking with Zane Wall here, and he's done a great job. 1-1.
And you got to think if West Central does go to the bullpen, the two guys that they would bring in, they're both playing in the field right now.
Good point. 2-1 here from Wall. Finds the zone. There goes to take two is Peyton Burke.
A little delayed steal by Peyton Burke, and West Central will just let him take that one. So
the tying run at second, huge moment here for Burton.
Oh.
And he will go down looking for strike three. What a spot.
And I was just getting ready to say it, but the pitch missed me to it. But that's the only thing you can't do right there is that ball needs to be, you have to swing it and you got to put it in play right there, and you cut the lead in half, but didn't happen.
So Caden Runk, the number 9 hitter for the Warriors, steps in, third time today.
And you go back and you look at it, and it's not that Burton did anything wrong. The pitcher's trying to beat you too. So sometimes, the hitter gets beat, sometimes the pitcher gets beat.
This is the first option. So here's the 1-0. Up top. Misses.
Big spot. You can hear the crowd is eerily quiet right now, waiting on the result of this.
Finds the zone on the 2-0. So Runk will step back in here, 2-1 count, Wall to deal. He does. Swing and a miss, evens up 2-2 here. With 2 outs, Wall is hoping to leave these runners in scoring position stranded. Grounder to second, they'll throw to first, and they will get the out. Both runners left stranded, no runs on 2 hits and no errors. That is the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a break and come back. The Trojans lead their cross-county rival, the Winamac Warriors, 5-3. Top of the 7th. It's on the way.
Osborne Advantage Real Estate is a proud sponsor of local sports. Steve and Donna love being members of the community and would love the opportunity to make you feel right at home, right here in Stark County. Whether you're buying, selling, or relocating, call Osborne Advantage Real Estate today at 574-896-2567 for guidance and instant support.
Back in Winamac, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. We go to the top of the 7th. 5-3, the West Central Trojans lead the Winamac Warriors here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. We'll start with the 1, 2, and 3 hitters for the Trojans. This will be the 4th time Connor Huber's got a chance to swing the bat, Coach.
Yeah, and we are going to see a new pitcher here. Bryant Galbraith enters the game for Winamac. And, yeah, it'll be the freshman's going to get tested right away, because these are the guys that have each of the top 3 hitters have each scored a run. They each have a hit. So he's going to be put to the fire right here, and it's crucial for him to come in and put a 0 on the scoreboard and get Winamac back in the dugout with the chance to win this thing.
So at the top of the batting order here, Huber, big opportunity for him. Then Holly on deck, Tate Lehman in the hole. And with Bryant Galbraith, we talk about him looking at his stats coming into this afternoon. This is his 10th appearance on the season for the freshman, a 5.44 ERA. He has allowed, Galbraith has 20 hits, 26 runs. He's walked 12 at-bats, and he has 23 Ks.
Yeah, a lot of experience for a freshman. So he's, at this point in the season, he's really not a freshman anymore from all that experience. So, and Coach Hendricks wouldn't put him in the game right now if he couldn't handle this situation.
First pitch offered to Huber, low and inside, ball 1. Next one misses up top. I don't know if you mentioned it. If you did, I'm sorry, but did we? I think it's Martin. Did he go to short?
Yes.
So Hutch Martin goes from the mound to shortstop. Galbraith just goes from shortstop to the mound, and the next pitch is fouled off out of play. 2-1 here to Connor Huber.
Huber singled back in the fourth, reached on a fielder's choice in the third and scored, and grounded out in the first.
Next pitch low and inside. 3-1 count here. He deals. Popped up in foul territory, and it will be out of play.
For anybody interested, I have a score from the Porter County Conference Championship game. Fourth inning, Morgan Township 4, Couts 4.
Whoa.
Kind of a big game as they play the first game of the sectional next week in 1A. Couts is number 1 and Morgan's number 3.
That is a huge game.
It's a big matchup, especially to happen twice in the last week.
He will end up walking Connor Huber. But we know our Tri-Township Tigers are in that sectional there at Westville. That is just tough sledding for the Tigers.
It's a little more than tough sledding, I would say.
Well, and we've talked with head coach Blake Loxton on the Saturday Sports Line. He knew coming in for his first year to coach the Tigers, it was just going to be a feeling out process.
Yeah. We're going to see what infield defense is right here, because I would almost... They're really keeping him busy. He's either going to try to steal. A bunt wouldn't surprise me right here, but that 3-run lead means a lot right here. And we're not going to bunt.
Finds the zone for an 0-1 count here to Tegan Holly, the sophomore.
Singled, grounded out, and lined out. Also scored a run in the third.
Grounder to 2. Throws to second. They'll try the double play.
Ooh, they might have.
No, he's
that was
calling
close.
it safe.
That was close. Well played by Winamac right there. Get the lead runner.
Nice snag by Charles Cottrell. Gets it over to Hutch Martin. And then Martin slings it to 1 to Luke Clemens, but not in time. But they do get the advancing runner.
Yeah, the Holly almost got caught not running hard to first base right there. He kind of pulled up before he got to the bag, and it almost cost him.
Here's Tate Lehman, 4th time today. First pitch from Galbraith called strike. 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 7th, the Trojans lead 5-3. Breaking ball misses up top. One.
Ooh, that ball's hit well.
Back to left center. Glove by the center fielder. And getting back to first.
Game-saving play.
It gets past the first baseman. Holly's going to try to get to 2, and he will.
Wow.
But what a track down.
So Lehman hit the heck out of that ball to left center field, and center fielder for Winamac made a great running catch. Runner at first had rounded second, so he had to go back, tag second, go back to first. Ball got away to the throwback to first, and he still ends up at second. So we got 2 outs, runner in scoring position for the Trojans.
And a senior play at center, Will Malco.
Yeah, Will Malco was a great play right there. Game saver. If that gets by him, that's 6-3, and you probably got a runner on second or third. So, great play.
Warrior Nation is going to miss Will Malco.
And that should be routine, so they're going to get out of this.
And Adriano will
use the glove this time.
He got the out. It was popped up in foul territory behind home plate. Tate Lehman did. But the Warriors will keep runners, he will keep
No one cares.
He will keep Teagan Holly stranded. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll come back and see if the Warriors can tie it up to go to extra innings or win the whole thing here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 5-3.
Get all of your automobile needs done at Sideline Automotive. They're thankful the community has trusted them and voted them the #1 tire store, #2 place to get your oil changed, and one of the top 3 places to go for auto repair. For off-road performance and complete auto repair, call Joey at 574-249-5537.
Back here at Warrior Baseball Field, bottom of the 7th on WKVI, 5-3. The battle for Pulaski County is on here. The Trojans lead, like I said, 5-3 over the Winamac Warriors. And we have a pitching change here, Coach.
Yeah, Tate Lehman is in to pitch the 7th. Save situation. Fellow sophomore, but Zane Wall did a great job of getting West Central to this point. So now they put it in Tate Lehman's hands, and we'll see what happens. But Winamac's sitting at the top of the order. Let's see if their bats can wake up and get 2 to keep playing.
Tate Lehman, a 4.74 ERA, 5-1 on the season. It'll be his 8th appearance on the year. He was the catcher. And we will see who is going to be catching at Zane Wall. So just a swap.
Just a straight swap.
We appreciate you joining us here. The big rivalry nobody misses here in Pulaski County between these two storied schools. A big opportunity for Tate Lehman to finish the Warriors off. We remember this game last year where the Trojans were able to beat the Warriors. Will they do it yet again? We start with the 1, 2, and 3 hitters for the Warriors, though. Good position in the lineup for them.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want to be, and now you just hope that Clemens has been on base twice, scored a run, and you just hope that the leadoff guy and the 2-hole hitter do their job, have good at-bats, and anyway on at this point.
Clemens digs in. Left-handed hitter. Facing Tate Lehman. Deals. Outside. Lehman, multi-sport athlete, starter on the basketball team as well. Right to work. A 1-0. Finds the zone, lower outside corner. Kicks and deals. Swung on, popped into foul territory. Huber.
I like that kid. Had no chance to catch it, but I don't know if he lost his footing down there, but great effort.
Makes the count 1-2.
Ended up making, for those of you at home, just appeared to try to make a diving catch, and the ball was 20 feet away from him. So
he's going all out.
I think he ran out of his shoes. He was going all out.
1-2. Swing and a miss, and going down striking out is Luke Clemens for out number 1 in the bottom of the 7th.
So it appears that Tate Lehman has a good breaking ball as well, because that was a filthy one there that got Clemens.
So now here's Bryant Galbraith.
Flied out, struck out, walked, and stole a base today for Galbraith.
Inside corner, paints it, strike 1. Here comes Lehman. Finds the zone again. And Trojan Nation is feeling it now.
Oh, they are. We wish we had a mic down there. Get that get loud. They are being loud.
0-2.
Probably wouldn't want a mic down there. I imagine there were some things said that we don't need to hear.
Those idiots up there talking about.
Ooh, that's
Swings
trouble
on
down the line.
0-2, back to right field. Gloved by the right fielder, Bryce Robbins, for out number 2. The Trojans are 1 out away.
And I'm not picking on Bryce Robbins, but he just got the hardest play he made all day, and he made it look easy running into foul territory. I mean, we've seen so many pop-ups today that didn't get caught. He just made a great running catch down there.
He says, I've had enough of it, Coach. I'm
getting
getting
this
this one.
enough of it. He caught that one when it mattered.
It's all up to Hutch Martin here with 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, down by 2. Lehman deals. Foul tip. Can Martin keep the Warriors alive? Oh, 1. Grounded to short. Could this be it? Throws over to first. It is. The Trojans will beat the Winamac Warriors back-to-back years. 5-3 is the final here on WKVI. Congratulations to the West Central Trojans. They are Midwest Conference champions, but also they beat their cross-county rival, the Winamac Warriors, and they will go 14-5 through the regular season. The Winamac Warriors will finish off their season going 10-11. We'll take a break and come back for our Collins Insurance post-game show. We'll have our Stark County Co-op play of the game as well as our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you need quality printing that gets you noticed, Town & Country Printers is your one-stop shop. We specialize in vinyl graphics of all kinds. Bold yard signs, attention-grabbing banners, custom labels and decals made just for you. Need custom t-shirts? We print those too. Plus professional business cards that make the perfect first impression. We print everything but newspapers and money. Whether it's business advertising, special events and outings, fundraisers, sports events, or parties, Town & Country Printers has what you need to make it memorable. Call us today at 574-936-9505.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
5-3 as the West Central Trojans beat the Winamac Warriors here in the battle for Pulaski County. We welcome you into the Collins Insurance postgame show. We're talking with our sports analyst, Kevin Hannon. Man, Coach, great game.
Yeah. Oh, great high school baseball game. And these are the kind of games you're going to start playing in the sectional. And I mean, let's face it, pitching rules, and that's what West Central's two kids. Once Zane Wall, they touched him early, got a couple in the first, got one in the third, but then 4, 5, and 6, he gave him nothing, and then Lehman comes in and slams the door on him. So if you get pitching like that, you're going to win a lot of games, and that's the recipe to win in the tournament.
And then you talk about the guys coming in for relief. Galbraith was thrown in there at the end for the Warriors, and then Lehman for the Trojans.
Well, we saw Galbraith pitch in both parts of each game today as a freshman and did a nice job of holding things. In the conclusion of the game, he did a nice job of holding Culver where they were at to earn the save, and he kept them right there at 5-3 and got Winamac up to bat, chasing 2 runs, and they just couldn't put anything together against the Trojan pitching.
Warriors 3 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. From what I calculated, they didn't have any errors. Neither team had any errors from the 4th inning and on. All of our errors.
Yes, all the errors were in the first 3 innings when all the runs
scored. Which is huge.
Absolutely, and that's why you you look at the scorecards, and there's a lot of filled in squares in the first 3 innings, and a lot of the runs today. Well, for example, Zane Wall gave up 3 runs, but none of them were earned.
Right.
So they were all scored on as a benefit of West Central errors. So he really pitched a gem.
Trojans had 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Any other stats stick out to you from this game?
Not really, just those pitching staffs. Hutch Martin did a really nice job to give him 6 innings. He struggled. He wasn't himself. I've seen him. We saw him pitch last year. We saw him pitch earlier this year. And, he's as dominant as a pitcher as we've seen in a couple years. But it just wasn't there today. And West Central did some things to, I wouldn't say they got in his head, but when you get 8 or 9 hits off a guy, it wears on you. And you try to do too much as a pitcher, but he just wasn't. And you even saw there in the later innings, he tried to change his arm angle a little bit to get that curveball. He was just searching for a pitch to get guys out with. So he'll be better. He'll be better next week. I'll guarantee it.
The Trojans are in action next Wednesday for their first game of sectionals, taking on Pioneer. The Warriors have a whole week before they're back in action, taking on Jimtown next Friday. So some time off for both teams. The Warriors have a whole week to wait. Does that kind of sting?
It does. It does. And that's tough. When we talked about it a little bit earlier, as a coach, when kids are out of school, you don't have control over them. You don't have control over when they wake up. You don't have control over what they do during the day. That's tough.
Yeah.
And now you go from, you can check on them every hour of the school day if you want to, and now you go from just hoping, crossing your fingers that they show up at 3 o'clock ready to go.
Well, now we have an opportunity to talk with head coach of the West Central Trojans. It's David Allen. A couple guys haven't seen each other in a while. You haven't seen this guy in a while?
I was going to say, the last time I saw him, it was at South. I was at I think Knox early on in my career. We went down for a doubleheader when we were in the. Were we in the same conference back then?
Yeah, we were. Yeah,
I think we were.
Was it the HNAC still then?
Yeah, probably about circa 2011, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. We still look young, though, both of us, I think.
Oh, these games are starting to put some age on me.
I hear you.
You got the win. You got the win against the Warriors, and that's what we talk about when these battles happen. Last couple of years, you've had their number. Talk about this game from your perspective and what you were proud about.
Yeah, no, we jumped. That's what we were just talking about down there on the field is, we jumped out early and got a lead, and then they come back. And, that's what I told them. I said, we wanted to see a good game, a little bit of adversity, because we can't simulate that in practice, right? And that's kind of what we talked about before we come over here is getting that game speed, those hit and run situations, the first and third situations, right? Some more base running that you cannot simulate in practice. I mean, you try, but you just can't do it. And, I thought Hutch threw a nice game there. Zane threw a nice ball game. He threw a lot of pitches, but our defense didn't help him tonight, unfortunately. But, he stuck with it and didn't get frustrated. We did make the plays there at the end of the game that we needed to make. I don't know, Zane's a competitor, right? And we always joke because he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Well, he definitely did. You could tell once he got going in a rhythm there, the third, fourth, fifth innings, man, his body language changed, and he was in charge of the game at that point.
Right. So no, we were real happy with the outing, and the bats were going. I told him we're going to have to practice some bunting here, this week.
Well,
we can't pop 2 of them up to the catcher.
I got to laughing there in the 7th inning. Pop-ups for both sides were an adventure today, all day, and we couldn't tell early on whether it was the sky, the wind, whatever it was. But then your right fielder comes out in the 7th inning and makes as hard a catch as he's probably made all year and makes it look routine running over towards the line. So that's good, though. That's winning baseball. He stuck in there and he went and made the play.
He sure did, yes.
I know you got the win last year against Winamac, and I'm trying to rack my memory. The year before, you guys didn't play against each other that year. The year before that you won. It's been since the 2020, 2021 year since Winamac has beat you guys. So, I mean, the last several outings, you guys have been able to take down your rival. I mean, that's something to build on as a program to be proud about over on the other side of the county.
Yeah, no, it's, Mark's a good dude. He and I have been texting back and forth, and I think he's working on getting a traveling bat, for between the two teams. But to play him he's a good dude. So, but to beat him, again, second time in 2 seasons, we're happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see Pioneer here on Wednesday. You didn't see him in the regular season. So, I mean, you're going to have some time here to study up on them. I'm sure he can help you out. They saw Pioneer earlier this year.
Yeah, we came over last Saturday and watched a little bit and took some notes. And, then we've talked to some other guys. And, but, again, it doesn't matter at this point. It's 0-0 record, right? You lose, you're going home. You win, you keep playing. So they're going to come ready to play. We can prepare all we want, but we're going to have to come out and play our game. We're going to play defense, pitch, and hit all 3 phases.
And congratulations on winning the MWC.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Has it been a while?
21 years. And
that's
it's
what I
only
figured.
the second one in
That's a while.
school history.
That's a while.
So, yep.
That's older than the kids are.
That's older than the kids. Yeah. 2005 was the last time that West Central won the Midwest Conference. So,
we'll look forward to talking to you in the morning.
Yep, sounds good.
All right,
Thank
is
you.
head coach.
Congratulations.
Of the West Central Trojans, David Allen, here in the Collins Insurance post-game show. We now have an opportunity to talk to head coach of the Winamac Warriors. Well, Coach, you guys fought hard.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a good game. It was a good high school baseball game.
It was a really good high school game. I mean, there weren't a lot of errors, 1 or 2 maybe, and pitching was okay for both teams. I told our boys that Runk hits that ball 6 inches more either way, it's tie game. That's baseball. That's high school baseball. Game of inches. You hear it all the time, and right there's a great example. Excuse me, but that's a good game for us. It's our last game for the tournament, and that's a good game for us. I don't like having all this time off, but
it's a week. It's a long week.
It is.
We talked about that, and I always, as a coach, you don't have control about when your kids wake up. You don't have control about what they do during the day. Exactly. So
no, school's out now, and I've said forever. I coached in the fall. I coach in the winter. Spring coaching is the hardest thing in the world because when that final bell rings,
they're gone.
Their concentration, half of it goes with it. And I think this team will be okay. I really do. The 5 seniors are really good boys. They all don't get to play as much as they'd like, but they're still leaders because we're still awful young. And I think we'll get them focused up next week.
I'll talk about one of those seniors. That diving play by Will Malco at center there, that kept you guys in that game.
It did. That was one of the better plays Will's made this year. He did a great job. He's made himself a good outfielder. Him and Runk both. Carter Ulrich, I play him a lot. About every other game in the outfield. He's another senior. And Charles Cottrell, he had the 1 error, and then he settled down a little bit. And, Rylan Holly's a great boy. He doesn't get to play hardly at all, but I told him, I said, you're going to be successful in life because you came every day. You never quit. You hung in there, and that says a lot about a kid's character, in my opinion. You don't play to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
And I hate doing that to kids, but, sometimes that's just the way it falls out, and I'm not worried about any of those 5. They've got bright futures ahead of them.
Jimtown. I'm sure we'll talk more in the morning about it, but at least you get some time to prepare for them.
Yeah. I'm going to make a lot of phone calls this weekend. I missed their game at Knox last Friday. I wanted to get to that one, but there are various health reasons I didn't make it. I'll talk to the Knox coach this weekend, I'm sure. There's a couple guys I know in that area that have played them. I think Bremen is the team in our sectional to beat, it looks like to me.
Yeah.
But Jimtown at home at 8 o'clock on a Friday night, that's not going to be an easy task. So
be Be a little tough on your outfielders too if they still do the same old things they always did. They have the lawn party in center field with all their students behind the fence, and if your center fielder likes to yap, which I think you'll be all right with Malco.
Yeah, I don't think we'll.
He likes to yap. I had one kid at Knox back in the day that I had to go out there and almost keep him from jumping the fence after him. He wanted to whoop someone.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have that with Will, but Will's pretty good. He's been a big target in the past 3 winters. He knows how to ignore all that. But again, Dave's doing a great job over there. I told my assistants today, I think, and I told you in pregame, maybe, West Central has redone their whole youth program, and that's Dave, and he's got that turned around. They're going to be good for a long time, as long as Dave's there. I firmly believe that, and it's a rivalry, but it's kind of like Judson with Alvin. When you really like the other guy, it's not much of a rivalry. It's just a good game. You want to win, but it doesn't.
Is he making you soft, Coach? You getting soft in your old age?
I am getting soft in my old age.
You do, definitely.
Come on, Coach. Yep. You gotta get that edge, that fire back.
A couple of the kids said something, and I said, next spring we'll be a little bit back to normal. So
there we go.
We got through this one, and hey, we'll get ready to go play Jimtown. I haven't decided yet. It'll probably be Wheeler pitching, but
got a lot to think about.
I do. I've got 3 really good guys. Galbraith, for a freshman, is doing a really good job for me. The other freshman, Burke's doing good. Hutch threw well. I think when Cody's on, Cody's probably my guy. And we're a little bit better defensively when I can play everybody where I want to when Cody pitches. So I'm excited. We
good.
Give them Monday off, give them a long weekend, and get them back in here and get ready for the Jimmies.
Well, happy Memorial Day, Coach. We'll talk to you in the morning a little bit more about your postseason run.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Best of luck. Great seeing you.
You need a better looking helper, though.
Oh, what's wrong with this guy? You know him. He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
I don't know about good looking, but
no, not at all.
Thank you, guys.
I don't swing that way. No pun intended.
Bump. He'll be here all week, folks.
Well, we'll take a break and come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game here in the Collins Insurance postgame show. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Welcome back to the Collins Insurance postgame show. It's time for our Stark County Co-op play of the game, Coach. A lot of play out on the field. One stick out?
Yeah, I think it was Tate Lehman coming in the bottom of the 7th, 2-run lead, playing closer, and came out and struck out Clemens as leadoff man, proceeded to go 1-2-3 there to preserve the win. So I'm going with Tate Lehman's pitching in the 7th to close the game out.
Well, that is our Stark County Co-op play of the game. We'll come back for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game here in the Collins Insurance postgame show.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch?
Thank you, JT. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson Santerre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th. Of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5 Star.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
All right, Coach, who you thinking?
Well, I think, you're probably, more games I do, people are probably hearing my bias towards the pitching part of things, but Zane Wall's player of the game today.
I agree.
He goes 6 innings pitched, struck out 8, 3 walks, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, none of those were earned. And he just got, like Coach Hendricks said, he just got better as the game went on. West Central made some mistakes defensively early, but they were able to keep the lead, and then Wall just got into the 4th, 5th, 6th innings and just gave up nothing. So he's the player of the game today.
Broke our record, longest baseball broadcast this season, or longest spring broadcast, 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I appreciate you being here, Coach.
Oh, not a problem. I can't think of I'd rather be on a baseball field any day.
Really? There's nowhere else you'd rather be? Like
nope.
Your wife? Like with your wife?
Well,
maybe you should say that.
I love my wife to death, but summer vacation scares me. That's 2 straight months. Trust me, come the end of July, I'm ready to go back to school. I love you, honey, if you're listening, which she's not, so don't worry.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me here today. As KVB's WKVI Sports will be back in action next week to start our sectional run on Tuesday to see the Winamac Lady Warriors take on the LaVille Lady Lancers, and hopefully, cross your fingers, the Knox Lady Redskins take care of business on Monday. We will see them take on the Jimtown Jimmies right after that Winamac game for a doubleheader here on WKVI. We plan to go live at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, right here on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us tomorrow morning for the Saturday Sports Line, our second to last Saturday Sports Line of the 2025-2026 school year. We'll go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3. We also invite you to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all KVB Sports content. Final word from you, Coach.
No, just again, it's been a pleasure. If this is our last game, we don't know yet what our playoff schedule looks like, but I appreciate it. Always a good time coming out and hanging out with you and watching high school baseball.
I appreciate it, Coach. Our final on this one saw the West Central Trojans beat their cross-county rival 5-3. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball. For our sports analyst Kevin Hennon, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, L&D Farms, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, USW Local 9551, Collins Insurance, McGrath Refrigeration, Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack, Kankakee Valley REMC, Osborne Advantage Real Estate, Keener Construction, LAP Waste, Sideline Automotive, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports.